Hello, how are you? My name is Craig. Hello, Internet. This is my group of teenagers who I have brought to teach them the game of Forbidden Lands and hopefully have some great fun. We're sort of about a third of the way through character creation right now. We have Brandon at the table who's going to be playing a... Actually, I won't introduce myself. Tell you what, why don't you give me your name and what you'll be playing? Okay, we'll just go around the list and we'll continue...
In-game name or real name?
Well, in-game, your name, your character's name, and what your character is.
Okay, I'm Brandon. I'm playing as Procinder, which is a human, and a druid.
Excellent.
I'm Lane. I'll be playing as as a half-elf. My name is Sandarme, and...
What's your profession?
I'm a rogue. The rogue.
The rogue, okay.
I'm Jaden. I'm playing a goblin named Grims, and I'm a peddler.
I'm Leanna, and I'm playing a human named Talene, and I'm a hunter.
So we're going to pick up basically where we left off, which was sort of, like I said, about a third of the way through character creation. I unfortunately only have one book, and it's a PDF, so we are kind of going through this step by step. We're going around the table and choosing for everybody. So it might be a little bit boring, so if you want to get yourself a drink and come back in a little while, that might be a good idea. We'll probably pick up in about half an hour or so. Okay, so so your skills, if you want to put a check mark beside them, are endurance, survival, insight, healing, and animal handling. Okay? You will get to put points on those skills as we continue to create. Okay? Secondly, for the hunter, your skills are, your key ability is agility, which is right here. Okay? So just put a check mark in it because you're going to want that one to be pretty decent. Okay? And you have, your skills are stealth, move, marksmanship, scouting, and survival. Cool? Mm-hmm. Okay. The peddler. Your key attribute is empathy. So the peddler is a bit of a merchant. Are you good with that?
Yep.
Okay, sounds good. So your abilities are crafting.
Okay, yes.
Sleight of hand. Sleight of hand, by the way, is thievery, lockpicking, all of those kind of good things. Okay? Scouting. Insight. And manipulation.
Okay.
So manipulation in this game is the ability to persuade people, talk people into things. Okay? So, lastly, we have the rogue. Okay. So, for the rogue, your key attribute is agility. And your skills are melee, making you the only melee fighter in the game. Stealth, sleight of hand, move, and manipulation. So the peddler and the rogue have quite a bit of overlap. So you might want to make sure that, like, between the two, like, if you are, like, if one of you is really good sleight of hand, you don't both have it. Like, one of you might take something else just so that there's a little bit of trade-off. Okay. Now,
Rogue sleight of hand is...
what we're going to do is move on to the second page for a moment. Okay? And on the second page at the top are the other PCs in the party. So what I'd like you to do is take time to fill in all of the other characters. Okay?
So in any particular order?
No particular order. But what you might want to do is you might want to put the player's name or the character's name and then in brackets the player's name behind it. And then what we're going to do is we're going to figure out how you feel about that person.
Are we putting, like...
Yeah, so for example, what's your character's name again, Brendan?
Procinder.
So you put Procinder.
Are we putting our own character here?
No, not your... Okay. Everybody else. This is your relationship with other people. Your relationship with yourself is pretty good. Okay? So what you do is you put Procinder and then in brackets Brandon.
How about to make this easy, we'll just go... Everyone just goes around and says their name.
Sounds
and
good.
their character's name. And spelling.
Okay.
Okay, Procinder, how do you spell that?
P-R-A.
Okay, Brandon. P-R-A.
S-I-N.
S-I-N.
D-E-R.
D-E-R.
Okay.
Lane.
Okay, so mine is Sandarme. So it's S-A-N-D.
S-A-N-D.
A-R-M.
A-R-M.
And then E with an accent. going
Of course.
up the mountain.
Which accent?
Up the mountain.
That one. I can't remember the name.
Yeah, accent.
Accent
Go on.
aigu.
Aigu.
Aigu,
Aigu.
okay.
God is the other way.
Okay.
But I'm Grims. GRIMMS.
And I am Taleen. Taleen.
Okay.
This is it again.
Taleen.
Oh wait. T.
Jeez.
Een.
Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're now going to go through each of these characters actually has like an individual way that they feel about different people. So these are only suggestions, but for now what I'm going to suggest is that you actually choose these, and if you want to change them later on, we can do that, okay? So for the druid, you have 3 relationships. 1, you don't understand their role in the world. No, you believe that they don't understand their role in the world. You shall guide them, but not teach them. Okay?
Master.
You need my help.
Number 2, they are drawn to the dark arts and must be kept under close watch.
I like that.
Okay? If needed, it's your duty to stop them.
I'm doing that.
Okay? No.
Oh.
This is just for the druid.
Oh, so
You have your own.
Oh, I thought this is what we were talking about. Him.
Yeah, no. Okay? And lastly, is a slender oak that could grow into something great given the right care.
Alright, can you read them out to me as I write them down?
Absolutely. Doesn't understand their role in the world. You shall guide them.
I feel like that's gonna be you.
Okay?
Private information.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Eyes front, lady.
Technically all in our brains of our characters.
Okay, and while we're doing this, in order to keep everybody else busy at the same time, we'll do this for each character, but you have on the front here, right, you have 4 statistics, okay? You will get 15 points to put into those 4 statistics, okay? So you could end up with a strength of 3, an agility of 3, a wits of 5, and an empathy of 4, for example, right? But it's up to you to divide them as you see fit, okay? Remember, 2 is low average, 3 is high average, 5 is the biggest that you can take at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Okay? So while I'm going through the characters one at a time with their dark secrets, you guys can be figuring out your statistics.
What does
You
it
just
mean
color
with your?
them.
What does your checkmarked ability or
What the
attribute?
checkmark ability means is you have a lot of skills that depend on that ability. So it's
Okay.
probably good for it to be pretty decent.
Okay.
Okay? Yeah. Okay, so you got 1 down. The next one is drawn to the dark arts. It's you must watch or stop them. That's definitely Jay.
What is empathy?
Empathy is like your ability to identify and talk to people, to understand
Like
them.
feeling towards others. and
Yes,
stuff?
exactly. Like empathy is something that you would use, for example, to train an animal, right?
Right.
Your skills down here actually tell you what they use.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay, and lastly, they are a slender oak. You will guide them to something great. Okay. So you heard what I said about putting the stat points in. Does anybody have any questions about what the stats are? What they do? I think they're pretty straightforward, eh? Okay. You ready, Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. One of your friends always makes a lot of noise. Stay away from them.
Okay.
I wonder where that one's going.
Sorry, guys. It was the bean.
Has no respect for nature or its creatures.
Okay, what's the last one?
And the last one is always hungry and eats all the food you catch. Okay. Okay, so are you good? Can I move on to the next character?
Can I just... What was the...
Always eats everything you catch,
Yeah.
and has no respect for nature or creatures.
Okay, and then no respect for nature or creatures?
Yes.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, peddler. Okay, somebody owes you silver but doesn't seem to want to repay it. Someone saved your life once. What do they want in return? And someone is your ticket to fame and riches. Stay close.
Okay.
Wait, we get 15 points for the...
Yes, you do.
thing?
Oh, you're empathic. Good.
So am I.
Good. Yep. Okay. Are you good, Jay?
Yep.
Okay. Rogue.
Wait, sorry. I
Yes?
apologize. What was the second one?
Second one, saved your life once.
Okay, thank you.
What do they want in return? Okay. Lastly, for you, the rogue. Someone despises you and what you do and thinks that they are better than you. It actually says she is better than you, but you don't have to take that to heart.
Well...
Someone treats you like a child to be chastised. Very annoying.
These are good.
Oh, this one's good too.
What did I do? I'm gonna run to the washroom.
Yeah, go for it. Last one is always grabs the best treasures for themselves. Maybe it's time to teach them a lesson. Okay. All good?
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
so now, those relationships, by the way, those are not hidden. Okay? So what we'll do is, as we begin the game, we're actually going to talk about who you are, how you fit into the group, and how you feel about the other player characters. Okay? So it's not a secret. Okay. Brandon, we are going to do your pride. Okay?
Alright.
So remember, the pride is that thing where you can draw upon it that one time per game if you absolutely need to be able to do something, right?
Mm-hmm.
For example, if you say, I never get lost in the wilderness, or the wilderness is my friend, as long as it kind of fits that bill, as long as it kind of fits that feeling, you can always say, I'm going to use my pride
So,
to
like,
do
make
this
it
thing.
more broad. So,
It doesn't necessarily need to be... Make it usable, I think is
Yeah.
probably a better way of describing it. So there are some suggestions here. You can take them, modify them, use a different one. Entirely up to you. Okay? One, you are nobler than other people and the gods. You are nobler than other people and the gods love you more. Congrats. You sense unnatural phenomena before anyone else. Or, demons instinctively fear you. That's handy.
those are all good.
Those are all
the
good.
gods.
And then, do I share this or no?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Okay.
Which one are you going to take?
The demons one.
Demons instinctively fear you. Okay, the hunter.
Yes.
You can survive alone in the wild for weeks. Your arrow always hits its mark. Or, the animals of the forest are your friends and do you no harm.
What was the first one again?
You can survive alone in the wilds for weeks.
That would be handy if like we have to split the party and I have to stay or something, but I don't know.
Okay?
Okay.
We'll do the rogue because our peddler is currently peddling. Okay. You ready?
Yeah.
No one has a softer step than you. You only steal from those who deserve it. Or, no one can catch you. All right, which one did you take?
My arrow always hits the mark.
Oh, that's a good one. Yeah. How about yourself?
Me?
What'd you take? Yeah.
No one has a softer step than me.
Okay. Oh, good.
So we're protected from demons. We have pretty accurate shot, and we're stealthy.
Yes.
So let's hope Jay is relevant.
You like food, no. Okay, so while we're here, what's your relationship with Talene?
Oh. Like the...
Yeah.
A slender oak. I'll guide them to something great.
Oh, okay. How do you feel about...
Wait, are you Persinder?
Yeah.
Always makes a lot of noise. Stay away from them.
So apparently you're noisy in the woods. Okay, what are your two relations together?
So for Talene, treats me like a child.
And what do you
That's
have?
what I thought. Has no respect for nature or creatures.
Okay. And for each other?
And then, you can go first.
You're Sandarme, right? Yeah, okay. Doesn't understand their role in the world, and I'll guide them.
Okay.
And then for you, I have they despise me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So that's because it's interesting, right? Because your relationship, like he feels one way about you, but you think he feels a completely different way about you,
Yeah.
which is kind of cool. Okay, so for your pride, okay, you get to choose one of these. One, you have honest eyes. Hey, you want something good here? I got it.
I promise.
Okay. 2, you can make anyone trust you. Or 3, when you catch the scent of gold, nothing can stop your pursuit of it.
This is my pride?
Yes, your pride. So the
And
way the
is
pride
that-
works is if you fail in the game, what occurs is you can roll a special die. It's like, well, I'm actually chasing gold, and nothing gets in the way of me chasing gold.
Yeah, that's what I'm
For
doing.
example, you're chasing gold.
Yep.
All right then.
And our relationship with Jay.
Yeah.
So for the attributes, do we have to color in 15 little thingies?
Yes, you do.
You have to color in 15?
Yes.
Okay, I should probably change that.
What? How many did you color in?
If you do less,
10.
I'm gonna hurt you.
Yeah, so you got 5 more.
Yeah, you got 5 more.
You
Oh,
definitely
okay.
want to put
You
those
want
in.
them.
I want them?
You really
Yes.
Yeah, it
want
just
them.
helps you with those different things.
Even if I don't have any wits or anything?
Oh yeah, no, that's fine.
You can make yourself have wits.
You make yourself have wits.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure how that worked.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely. So what
you
you're
really
doing is you're
want them.
choosing how strong you are, how fast you are, how smart you are, and finally how well you identify with other people. I would suggest nothing should be less than 2. I'm just going to put that
Yeah.
out there right now.
It's really hard to have less than 2. Actually.
It is with 15 points, yeah.
For empathy, I was gonna put 2, but I didn't.
I had to.
Okay, so we have. Well, that's interesting. There's also typical nicknames here.
Oh really?
Yeah, so typical nickname for a druid is Windwalker, Ravenclaw,
Oh my gosh, Harry Potter.
or Wood Dweller.
These are for Druid?
Yeah. For Hunter, it's Wolf Killer, Pathfinder, or the Red Fox. For Peddler, it's the Honest or Gold Tooth.
Gold 2.
And for Rogue, it's Half Finger, Red Eye, or the Rat.
Right on.
Yeah, I'm doing red eye.
Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to give out equipment.
Wait, can we say our relationship to Jay?
Oh, yeah, right. Sorry, we forgot the relationship with Jay. Everybody else did theirs. Okay. So what's your relationship with Talene, for example?
Saved my life once, but what did I want in return?
Okay. And what did you write for him?
Eats everything I catch.
Yeah.
For
I feel that way.
Precinder? Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Owes me a lot of silver.
Mm.
And Sandarme is my ticket to fame and riches.
Okay. And how do you feel about him?
He is drawn to the dark arts, and I'll guide him.
Okay. And?
Always grabs the best treasures.
Oh yeah.
So it's funny, right? We haven't even played the game yet, and we already kind of feel like you're beginning to know your character, right? Okay, so I'm now going to give you equipment. Okay? We are 2 steps away from finishing. Yes, sir.
What was my nickname again?
Red
Red
Eye.
Eye.
Red eye. Okay.
What'd you take for
Red Fox.
Red Fox? So you got 2 reds.
Lots of
Gotcha.
reds.
What'd you take?
Ravenclaw.
Okay, cool. All right. Okay, so for equipment, you have a staff or a knife. Staff is bigger, does more damage. A knife is smaller and easier to conceal.
Staff.
Okay, sounds good.
Where do I write this?
Under weapons, right down here. We'll give you all the other information you need a little bit later on. You will also get pull out a d6. Yep, and you roll that.
2.
Okay, give him that many silver coins.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, keep the money away from. Okay, and on the back of your sheet, right here under food, you have a D8. So just no, you don't roll.
Oh.
You just put D8.
Okay.
Okay, and under water you have a D8. Okay. Hunter.
Yeah.
You have a bow.
Okay. Or is that the other option? Sorry.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You have 1d6 silver, so roll 1d6. 1. Do you want to give Leanna 1 silver? Okay. And on the back, on your second sheet for provisions, you have food D8. Right down there. Yep.
Here?
Yep.
D8.
Yep. Water D8 and arrows D10.
Okay.
Okay. Peddler,
Hi.
you have a knife. You don't have a choice. Okay. You also get D12 silver. One of these babies right here. The white one is D12. Yep.
7.
Nice. So now we know who's paying for the inn.
Yeah.
Okay. And you'll have food and water at D8. That's on the second page. Okay.
Under what? Under gear?
Food.
Ah.
D8.
Okay, and lastly, the rogue.
D2.
You have a dagger.
A day.
You'll have a D10 silver.
Nice. Is this a D10?
That is a D10, yes.
Roll.
Yep, roll.
2.
2 silver for Lane.
Lucky me.
Okay, there you go. And you have D6 food and D6 water.
Ooh.
Okay. So now, on top of all of that, I'll ask you to remember this. You get 1. Okay, 1 for you. I'll tell you what that is in a moment. 1 from you. 2 for you. Peddler gets 3, and the rogue gets 2. Okay.
Oh.
So what we're doing now is we're moving on to tools and gear. Okay. So when we go through this list, these are basically other goods that you might have that you actually own. Okay. So I'm gonna run through the list very quickly. Okay, and then if something pops out, remember you'll get 1 choice. You'll get 2. You'll get 2. You'll get 3.
Okay.
Okay. So, iron arrowheads.
Oh, so are we writing this under gear?
No. You're just listening as I go through here, and if you find something you like, remind me and we'll come back. Okay. A quiver, which you already have. A grappling hook, rope, candles, a lamp, a lantern, torches, a backpack, water skin, bandages. Parchment, blankets, sleeping furs, flint and steel, lockpicks. Don't need those. Don't need any of those things. Fishing line and hook. A holy symbol, which none of you are priests, so you probably don't need that. A musical instrument. And so those are the common trade items. Okay. Do any of you hear things that you would want?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Go ahead. What would you like?
Bandages.
Bandages. Okay. So write that down under gear. How about yourself?
The lockpicks.
Lockpick's handy.
Good.
Okay. And you get another one. Do you know anything else you'd like?
I think the torch is as well.
Okay, sounds good.
What system are you playing? I have a question in the chat.
This is Forbidden Lands.
That's actually the name of the system.
Yeah. Okay. And
I'm gonna take the backpack.
okay.
I'm gonna take the flint steel.
Okay.
And I'm gonna take. Oh, what was the third one? There's something at the top of the list. Can you read the top of the list?
Rope.
Yes. No, grappling hook. Grappling hook.
Okay.
Under gear.
Well, he took my backpack, so.
Well, you also can have a backpack.
Oh, really?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take iron arrowheads.
Okay. So that means you can make arrowheads if you craft them.
Okay.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah.
May you read the top
What's that?
couple?
Yes. It is grappling hook, rope, lamps, lantern, backpack, water skin, bandages. Any of those ring a bell?
I'm trying. I think it was above lockpicks. There's something like above lockpicks. Like that.
Flint and steel, blankets.
Sleeping furs.
I
Sleeping
will
first?
take a lantern.
A lantern. Okay, sounds good.
We're very illuminated.
Well, it's better than the alternative.
Yes, that's true.
All right. We will now do skills. So you have all of those skills written down, or checkmark besides skills that you can learn. Okay. You have 8 points to put into those skills. Okay. So this is, if you don't know, like any of these skills can be tried with just your stat. However, skill dice are safe. Okay, you can't hurt yourself with skill dice. Okay, say for example you try to figure out how to bandage somebody with just wits. Well, sure, you might be able to do it, but then there's also a chance that you'll hurt them while you're doing it.
Right.
If you have skill, it's less likely you're going to hurt them. Make sense? All right, so you have 8 points to put beside those, and all you do is just right along the column at the edge here, right here, you just write the number. Okay?
So we divide 8 between all of them?
You can divide 8 between all of them. You can put 3 into one and put none into another one. It's entirely up to you. You just got to spend it. Between all of them, you have 8 points.
Oh, okay.
There's like a max points for any of them?
No. They go up to 5, but you probably won't start with one skill at 5.
Yeah.
Am I going to have trouble with you, Brandon?
Why is that?
What? Can I take a maximum skill?
No, I
That should
just
be
wondering
deep.
if like
Yeah, no,
how
yeah.
high I
That,
can go.
okay, and the next step is the last step, and then we can actually begin playing.
Is it important how old we are?
What age range are we?
You are young.
Like.
Oh, what
14?
age range are you? Between 16 and 25 as a human.
Goblin?
You're going to ask the same question to you?
Yeah.
As a goblin, same, 16 to 25.
Where do we write that?
I'm just gonna put beside my
Underage.
name. Oh.
Yeah, actually you can roll 1 die 10 and add 20 or add 15.
Where's age under?
Age is... They saw it, so I haven't seen it.
No, it's not here. I just said I put it beside my name. So I
Why
couldn't see.
one die 10 and
In brackets.
What's that?
a die 10 and
At 15.
You roll it, whatever number it is, you have 15.
Is this a die 10?
It is.
So you can be really old.
25.
Adding 15, 10 to 15. 10 is the maximum number you can get on that.
God.
Adding it to 15.
Wish I was 25.
Okay, sorry, right. Okay, so right, gotcha. Okay.
Math.
Okay. Sorry. Well, no, I'm thinking like die 10 because this goes up to 100.
Yes, age is actually right here, by the way. Right.
It's right here.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
what I was asking.
Oh, I see.
Oh.
So do you want to roll a die 10 as well?
Sure.
Okay.
We aren't allowed to pick.
Oh yeah, you can pick as well if you like. Or if you want to roll, you're welcome to.
be
7 plus 15, that's
22.
22.
Okay,
So you're a youngin.
is my
I got
age
21.
the same?
Your age is 16 to 30,
Ooh.
right? Because you age slower.
Ooh.
Old for a half elf is about 100.
Okay.
So
I think I would be really young.
Well, die before me. I'm got 20. I'm gonna stick with that. That's
okay, sounds good.
a nice round age.
I'm 17.
All right.
I'm 21.
So
Not
Is that
this
legal?
many guys.
What?
Blaine's like, should not be with this many guys.
okay. So everybody's going to get a kin talent, which is a talent which is based upon what race you are. You already have that one written down. You're going to get to choose one for your class. Okay, so like for example, Druid, you could choose healing magic, for example, if you wanted to. Okay, and lastly, you're going to get one general one, which is basically I'm going to read you a list. You're going to choose which one it is, and they're all kind of cool. So, okay.
Do we just write this under talents?
Yes, under talents. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually tell you what your talents are, though, so that you have some idea when I give it to you what the heck it is. Okay, so for those of you who are human, you have the adaptive talent. Okay. So the way the adaptive talent works is during the game, I'm going to give you willpower points. These are these things right here. Okay. When I give you willpower points, you will be able to spend one willpower to use something happening behind me. Is there something behind me?
No,
I
no,
was looking at
sorry.
the camera.
Yeah. You're going to be able to spend it to use another skill to do something that a skill normally covers. Let me give you an example. If you are in combat, like you're fighting with somebody, you might say, I'm actually going to spend a willpower and use my survival for combat this round, and I'm going to try to hit him with the tree branch. Right?
Okay.
So, that's what adaptive is. So you get to change what you do in order to, or change your skill in order to, okay? So that's what that is.
I'm sorry, do we write this somewhere?
Well, you don't because you're a goblin. That's only for humans.
Sorry. Gotcha.
Okay. The elf, or the half-elf
But I'm
talent.
gonna write it here.
So your psychic power is good for two things. You don't cast any magic. Half-elves tend to be very magical in power, okay? But when you spend your willpower, it counts as 2 willpower, just for the first one. So sometimes it might say for every point of willpower you spend, add 1 to damage, do this, do that, whatever, right? So for you, every time you spend willpower, it counts as 2.
Okay.
Okay? So if you want to write that down somewhere so you remember that.
Can I read in like the notes?
Absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. You can put it wherever you want to put it. And finally, the goblin. You are sneaky. May do blah blah blah. When rolling for stealth, you may spend willpower points, which are automatically turned into successes. Okay.
Okay.
So what happens is you're sneaking. You don't roll any successes. You spend a willpower, it's automatically a success.
This is with sneaky?
Yes.
I already have sneaky.
I know. I'm telling you what it does.
Sorry about that. Okay. Okay, so
Sneaky allows you to spend willpower to get successes for sneak. Okay. We then move on to the druid's talents. You will get to choose one of these. Okay. At this point, you need to do one of the following. You need to decide whether you want to take the path of healing, the path of shifting shapes, or the path of the sight. Okay. So healing is obvious. Shifting shapes at first level allows you to speak with animals, do things like that. Okay. And then the path of the sight allows you to open your inner eye and see what has or will happen.
I think I'll go for the healing.
Okay, so under talents, put path of the healing, and then in brackets behind it, put the number 1 because that's what rank you have in it.
What
Okay.
is the place for rank?
Oh, perfect. Yeah, I knew that. I was testing you. Very good job. Okay.
sorry, what's the full thing of sneaky? I can spend willpower to do what?
To get sneak successes.
There's writing 1 beside that.
Yes. Perfect. Okay, the hunter's talents. The path of the arrow. You are a master archer and you can fire arrows as if you are controlled by your own will. Number 2, the path of the beast. You have a trusted animal companion. Or number 3, Path of the Forest. You are a master of surviving in the wilderness.
I think I'm gonna do the beast one.
Path of the Beast? Okay.
So
we need to pick an animal. I'm thinking maybe, a gopher.
I was thinking hedgehog,
Perfect.
Their spikes super intimidating. Wait, Path of the Beast. Okay.
Path of the Beast, yes. And we'll talk about your beast, and we'll talk about exactly what you can do with that. Okay.
Hedgehog.
Okay, peddler talents. Okay. 1, the Path of Gold. You are a master at bargaining.
I mean...
Okay. Number 2, the Path of Lies.
Okay.
You're really good at lying.
But your eyes are honest.
And seeing through lies.
Pardon?
And seeing through lies.
That's what lying is?
Yes.
Ooh, that's kind of handy.
Or number 3, the Path of Many Things. You carry a knapsack that contains a seemingly endless supply of knickknacks.
Bummer, not gold.
I have one of those.
Yeah, it's called a purse, but whatever.
A woman's purse.
So I'm a girl. I'm a girl.
I don't know, my bag has got a lot of stuff. Whatever.
It's like Mary Poppins' bag.
What was the gold one?
The Path of Gold. When you are about to buy an item, you may spend a willpower point to automatically negotiate the price down.
Okay.
The machine guns.
Chat room says man purse.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with man purse.
Okay. Path of Many Things.
Sack of many things.
Okay, rank 1.
Rank 1. Is that sneaky? Is my sneaky rank 1 as well?
There is no rank in sneaky. It's just, it's basic. Okay, rogue's talents. Here's your choice. Path of the Face. You are a master of disguise. Number 2, Path of the Killer. Battles are not always fought in the open. So you are some fights take place in the shadows with hidden weapon and unsuspecting victims. Number 3, the Path of Poison. Do I need to explain that?
I want that one. I like
Path of I'll take it.
Path of all take it.
So we can have Jaden stealing all our stuff and him poisoning us.
Yeah.
And I
Okay.
have an animal that will attack you.
Okay.
Maybe
Meanwhile,
heal
Path of
yourself.
Healing.
You'll just heal
So we have our hero in the party.
Good guy.
Yeah. Okay. So that said, your Path of Healing, you will be able to cast rank 1 spells from the healing ability, which I will give you when we get to that point.
Alright.
For your Path of the Beast, we need to choose an animal type for you.
Okay.
Okay. So we'll do that next. Okay. And then lastly, for the peddler, what'd you take? Path of Many Things? Pack of Many Things? Okay.
Man
Man
satchel.
purse.
Man purse. Okay. Okay, so the knapsack is considered to be a heavy item that you always carry with you. Okay? When you spend a willpower, you can find almost any item from the list of trade goods. It cannot be a heavy object, but it can be anything else. It can be worth 1 piece of silver per willpower spent.
My sack of many things.
Yes. So, for example, torches are 1 silver. So, for 1 willpower, oh, hey, I got a torch.
Oh, that is handy.
You think?
Wait, it's like Santa with his staff.
Santa. Oh, I got a new name for you. Hey, Santa.
Sounds like Mary Poppins' bag.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, and lastly, the rogue. Path of Poison. By spending a willpower point, you can pull out 1 dose of lethal poison with a potency equal to the number of willpower you spent multiplied by 3. So that is basically a lot of damage. 2 willpower would be enough to kill most men.
Okay.
Okay?
Wait. And how many? What's my rank for
1.
poison? 1. So, can you explain that?
Yeah, so what happens is at the beginning of the game, you're going to get 1 willpower, and you'll earn them during the game as well. And you can spend this to basically reach into your bag and pull out a poison dose. Okay? Because you always carry poison with you.
So wait, does willpower do anything for the healing or no?
You use willpower to cast your magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
What would I use willpower for?
To pull an item out of your knapsack.
Huh.
Or to be sneaky.
And I would do it to
Okay.
get my beast.
So
And-
you're Your talent is your willpower, is what you need willpower for?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. And then, so for the Path of the Beast, at level 1, your animal can scout for you. You can spend a willpower point to have it check out a place, and it will warn you if there's a threat there. Okay, so that's... It won't attack for you at first level.
Can it get hurt?
And killed, too.
Yeah, that's kind of sad.
The chat suggests a kitty.
Ghost gargoyle. Bubbles? I don't know. I can't know.
Okay.
Bobbles. You can name him Bobbles. Bobbles the cat.
Any name suggestions?
Go Bobbles.
Just name it like a Visco.
What?
Oh yeah, ghosts. And I
Okay.
Oh jeez. It has a scrunchie on its paw and a hydro flask.
In his backpack.
Chat like sparkles.
Sparkles? Alright, yeah.
Okay. So let me give you your choices for exactly what animal it can be.
Just like, oh yeah, guys, I have an animal, tiger. You're like, oh yeah, that's so cool.
That's a kitty.
His name is Bobbles.
It's just a big kitty.
Oh, a wyvern. No, that's probably too big.
See a wyvern? That's a dragon, right?
With
Yeah.
those like pterodactyl
Yeah.
things.
It's bad news. Okay. Okay, so here are your choices. There are 2 sets. Oh, okay, yeah, so these are all animals. Okay.
Hedgehog.
No, there are no hedgehogs.
A kitty.
A rat.
There's a bear, but it's a scout, right? It can't actually fight for you.
It's like, ah!
Yeah, I know. A wolf, a fox,
Oh, a fox.
a deer, a boar. I'm going to say a crocodile. I'm going to say no to.
Crocodile.
A dog, a cat,
Dog.
Kitty.
Kitty!
Kitty.
a rat, a bat, a raven, an eagle, a snake, or a... Yeah, I'll skip the last one
See,
too.
something...
What's the last one?
Yeah, go on. See, I feel like something flying would be good because it can't necessarily get too hurt on the ground.
Yep.
But I'm red fox, so like having a little fox would be kind
But
of
that's a suggestion.
No,
You
I
can
know,
make
I
it
know,
whatever you
I
want.
know,
Yeah,
but,
but
like,
fox is cool.
It's cool. I don't know.
You could be Eagle Face.
Or raven butt.
Ravenclaw.
That's true, yeah.
Well, he's raven. Okay,
Maybe a hummingbird.
No, little bee.
Yeah.
I kind of want to go with a cat just because of the chat, but a boar.
A boar? It's like, man, I'm hungry.
Yeah, I was going to say dinner time.
Boar.
Are they don't have big tusks?
Yeah.
Okay, I have
They're
no
big
idea.
pigs.
I need help.
I'm flying.
Yeah,
Flying is good.
sounds like a good
Flying
idea.
is probably a good idea.
So what was it? Eagle, raven.
Eagle and raven and snakes with
Well, it
armpits.
says obey the chat. Obey the chat.
Obey the chat. So kitten.
Or maybe a cat
Maybe
with
a tiger.
wings.
You know what?
A
We're
tiger's
gonna
a
we're
kitty.
gonna go with a kitty.
What?
I know.
Cats are quiet.
That's
And you
true.
can cuddle
And
with
cats
them.
are pretty stealthy.
And you
Yeah,
can cuddle
they
with
can
them.
like
And
jump
they-
without falling and stuff
Cuddle
like
the snake.
that.
Cuddle the boar.
All right, we're gonna have a kitty.
All right.
I'll make her vicious.
Dinner.
You'll make her
I'll
vicious.
train her around.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you have a choice between going with like your regular barn cat, or you could choose like a moor cat. A moor cat is kind of like about the size of a bobcat or so that hunts on the moor, obviously, but
Right.
they're called moor
That's
cats.
cool, actually.
So I don't know if that's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that sounds good.
What's the name of your cat?
Name it dinner.
Okay.
Wow.
We are not.
You're the druid, right? I'm at one with nature.
I
Ooh, a
need
cat.
name suggestions.
What's that?
I need name suggestions.
Bobbles.
You want me to ask the chat?
Sure, name suggestions, guys.
For a moor cat.
A moor cat. So this
A
is like
vicious hunter from the moor. So the name is not going to be Cuddles.
Sparkle. Okay.
Mama.
Sparkles!
Mama, you don't have to type because they can hear us.
It's a bit delayed.
Okay.
Well, you could go with something.
What about Scar?
Scar. Come on, really?
Simba, how about that one?
Yeah, Simba. That's original. I like
know.
that. Mufasa, maybe.
Pick a
Maybe.
name off the map. Nutella.
Scissors.
Skizzers.
Editha.
Okay, we'll come back to you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cecil.
Cecil. This is perfect.
Cecil, he's a key serpent.
I think my cat's name in World of Warcraft is Savage.
What about Seth?
Seth.
Baby. Seth.
Okay.
You have a cat?
Yeah, I do. My hunter does. Okay. So, are you ready for what you can cast?
Okay.
Okay. So you're probably going to write this down under notes or something. Okay. Me too, please, Jay.
Yep.
Um.
Mom, do you want anything?
So the first thing you have is something called Magical Seal. Okay. Everybody knows this ability. Every magic user does. Okay. This allows you to protect a person or a location no bigger than a human from magic.
So
Okay.
am I picking like some of these, or am I?
You get all of these.
Oh, all of these. Okay,
Yeah.
So magic seal.
Yeah, Magic Seal.
Fever is the next cat suggestion.
Athena.
Athena, the goddess of wolf.
Athena?
Something
Of
like
love?
no.
No.
It's like
FIFA?
battle or
Athena. Fever.
Okay. Secondly, you have
Aphrodite.
Sense Magic. As a druid, you can automatically sense when someone uses magic within a short range of you. Okay, it'll also allow you to discern details about it. Okay, so those are your first two spells. Then you went with healing. Collect.
Collect.
I did.
Okay, so the first thing you can do is you can cleanse spirits. Okay, What this allows you-
Silly name.
what?
Silly
What's
name.
a silly name? for your cat?
Tell chat they can't have a silly name.
Did I get all these two?
Yes, you do.
So what was the first one?
The first one's called Cleanse Spirit.
I think I got it.
You can focus the forces of nature to enlighten dark souls. So you heal a number of wits or empathy. So basically, it's an ability to heal people's minds. Okay. Secondly, you also have Healing Hands, which allows you to heal physical damage. Insert. You cannot heal yourself. And lastly, you have Nature's Cure. What Nature's Cure does is allows you to heal poisons. Good eye.
what?
Allows you to heal poisons. And he's like,
I don't think you should go with that one.
he automatically gets it. Okay.
See if you get.
All right. That cable right there that's attached to the television, I'm going to need that.
Yes, that one.
That
Yep.
one?
Yep.
And just drag it across the table.
Don't die, it's back.
Jay, if you can turn on the TV,
Which way do you want it to go?
right across the table. Please.
Right down
Right
the-
down the center.
Okay, I'm not gonna break anything. As I spill everything.
Craig, you're not the boss of me, says the chat.
Okay, as much as the chat want a silly name, I think I'm gonna go with Fangs.
Fangs. Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Sorry, guys.
You have a fun middle name, Fangs Wangler.
It's not.
We're actually going to go underneath the table. Sorry.
I can push the table this way. A little bit.
No, you can't.
Oh, no, I can't. No, I really can't.
Okay. Under the table.
We'll pass the cable. Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
that was.
Damn it. All right. You're going to sit up here, I guess.
Over the table.
I'll pass the cable. Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
Do we have how?
Yes.
Yeah. Whoa.
All right.
Are they gonna be able to see the TV?
They'll be able to see what Papa has on his.
Cool.
Whoa, that's cool.
Cole?
Cool.
Cord.
Cord.
All right.
That was a lot louder than expected.
So I'm going to need you to promise me to keep your eyes away from my screen.
Okay.
Okay. Just saying.
I can't see it at all.
I can see the whole screen.
All right. This is your map.
Wow.
You should. Are you gonna do the introduction of what happened to the land?
Yes, absolutely. Any questions before we begin?
Wait, was I supposed to write down anything here? Like, that you were telling these two people?
So they have special abilities because she has a cat that's her friend and he has magic.
Okay.
You have neither, so no.
You poison.
Is that person on there? Is that us?
Yeah,
Okay.
Nice.
I look hot.
probably you because he has a book. You look what?
I look hot.
We're kind of a snack.
Yeah.
Okay. You four are from the village of Poacher's Edge. Okay? Poacher's Edge lies within the Ravenlands, and for the last 100 or so years, there has been no real communication between Poacher's Edge and the outside world. At once it was a vibrant town, but then the demons came, and the mist came, and the demons that are contained within it. So for the past 100 years, it has been impossible to travel between towns or across the open land because those people who go into the mist, many of them simply vanish. Okay? But something strange has happened within the last 6 or 7 years, and that is that the mist has begun to lift. And more people are beginning to venture out farther and farther away from towns. In fact, you've actually received travelers recently inside of Poacher's Edge where you had not seen any real travelers for a long time. It wasn't that there wasn't any travelers. It was that the only way you could travel was within the presence of the priests of Rust. Rust is a god, okay, and his priests could keep you safe through the power of their faith, okay? And so some travel came, but trade was extremely limited. And the people who could navigate the mists, they were almost mystical of quality, okay? This map is actually quite large, but this is what you know of it. Very little. You know to the east that there is a lake with a moorish area. To the north, there is another village called the Hollows. And then a river runs to the west of you. But beyond that, not much is really known. Okay? However, as winter turned to spring, you've had troubling news inside of Poacher's Edge. The 100 or so people that live within the village have recently been troubled by strangers on the road, travelers, men of ill bearing, like people who look dangerous. Okay, and it was 2 days ago that the elders of Poacher's Edge asked you to find the ranger Margil. Now, Margil is a man who lives just outside of town. And he was one of the first people to...
Stranger danger.
Margil.
You really don't have to do that.
But it's fun to hear.
Okay. And so what happened was the elders of Poacher's Edge have asked you to actually travel to see Margil the ranger because he has not come to town for about the last month or so. No supplies, there's been no word from his sons. And he's one of the people who sort of wanders the lands, or who is brave enough to actually wander the lands and to chase the mist away, or to go to the areas where the mist has recently retreated and actually explore those areas. And he has, for all intents and purposes, disappeared. Okay? That was 2 days ago. So you have set out, and it took you a little while to actually find his house. Okay, and when you found his house, you were. Would you have been to Margil's house before? I'm going to say you probably have been to Margil's house, okay, and you've probably been out here. But the two of you, you're kind of townsfolk, so you haven't yet, right? Okay. City boys.
Oh yes.
How do you know Margil?
Do I make something up?
Yeah.
I've met him one day.
How do I know Margil?
Is that funny?
No, sorry.
It's not at all.
No, I'm just.
No.
So what do you think? Like, how do you know him? Like, he's a ranger. Maybe did he train you? Did he know your master?
Do I have a dad?
You tell me? Do you?
Yes, I think he was actually really good friends with my dad.
Oh, okay. Was really good friends with your dad? Now they're enemies, or now your dad's dead, or what? Or
This is so quiet. Yeah, my dad passed away. Can I keep going with this?
Absolutely.
I have a sort of idea.
Yeah, do
Except it's part of my dark secret.
it. Okay.
So can I say that?
Would they know?
Not really the full thing. Okay, so, actually, okay, he isn't dead. Okay, we don't know that. So after something happened with my sister, my dad could never forgive me, so he left. But he was really good friends with Margil.
Okay.
And I'm still in touch with Margil, but my dad and him aren't really as close anymore.
Gotcha. Okay. Fair enough. How about yourself?
He taught me survival skills.
Oh, okay. So he taught you how to Are you good at survival?
Moderate.
So Margil.
Yeah. So he's kind of a dodgy teacher. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Fair enough. So do you like him?
So.
Yeah. So. Okay. So Margil has he lives out in the wilderness with his two sons for a reason. He's not really liked in town. Okay. He's very good at what he does. He scouts the lands, and he trades that information for supplies, etc. But apart from that, most people only really put up with him if they have to. Okay. Okay. You arrive at Margil's house. Margil's house is right at the edge. It's about, if you look on the map, it's about right here. Okay?
Okay.
So it's not that far from town. It's taking a little while to find it because Margil's house, he has several places where he kind of inhabits. His house itself, the one you finally track him down at, is just on the edge of the swamp. Okay, so as you're approaching, you're kind of coming down from some hills. Ahead of you, you can see a river draining out from the hills down towards a lake in the distance. And then off to your sort of straight ahead, but right, there is sort of a twisted morass of swamp and brackish moors. So as you kind of approach it, like there's this stench that comes off of it, like that stench of rotting vegetation, etc. So you approach Margil's house. Margil's house is built on a small hill. Okay, there's a cabin and an outbuilding, maybe a barn or something like that, and then the entire thing has been surrounded by a ditch that he's built, which is actually filled with a brackish water. Okay, you guys can. I need my skill set. Too many games. If you like, you can make a scouting roll or send one of you ahead to make it. Actually, who's got the best scouting? Let's do that.
Not me.
What
So
about her pet?
Well, I have a.
Hey, thanks.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay.
Do you guys
Yeah,
want the
let's
cat?
do it.
Okay.
Okay. That sounds good.
Kitty.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll for your cat.
Okay.
Your cat has 4 when it comes to scouting. Okay, which means it's really good, and 3 for its basically its intelligence that it uses for that. So you're going to roll 3 dice of one color. Okay, and then 3 dice of another color, or 4 dice of another color. So these will be your stat. These will be your skill. Okay, and that's important for a reason. Okay, so go ahead and roll those. Any 6s you get are a success.
Altogether? Is that okay?
Yep, absolutely. Holy crap.
Oh, that's pretty spicy.
All right. So as you approach, you can see the house in the distance, and you send
Bubbles.
Thanks.
fangs. It's not bubbles.
I really want to be bubbles. Not bubbles, bubbles.
You send
Thanks.
fangs ahead. Ahead. And as he or she,
She.
okay, she scampers off, disappears, and returns. Now, your ranger's ability allows you to communicate sort of by speaking to the animal,
Okay.
right?
Sick.
But only this animal. Your druid abilities, the Path of the Beast, allows you to speak with any animals. Yours allows you to speak with animals that you've bonded with.
Can he speak to her cat as well?
He does not have the Path of the Animal.
I got
Wait.
the feeling.
I have the path of the beast.
Oh, so he can't talk to animals.
Not yet,
Oh.
but soon. Right? Maybe, right?
Perhaps.
Speak to me, kid.
Will you shut up? I don't care about food! Okay. Or ball! Yeah.
Anyways.
All right. Yeah, so she returns, and when she does, the communication you get back from her is a man who's become meat lies within the courtyard.
Man who's been meat.
A man who has become meat.
Oh, yummy.
Oh, so he's dead.
Oh.
Dinner?
Is it
Yes.
Margil? Margil.
Fangs doesn't know who Margil is.
Right.
Okay. Other men growl loudly at each other.
Mm.
Oh, I think I know what's going
Is it sabotage?
What?
No, I'm just like.
Yeah.
did
So
someone sabotage him?
Fangs speaks in things that she understands.
Right,
Right.
right.
She understands what men are, and she doesn't understand death, but she understands when men are no longer men, but they are meat.
And growling is like fighting or yelling or whatever.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Okay. So yeah, her warning is one of danger.
So should I tell the group that?
So at the table, I have the rule that unless you actually say you don't tell somebody something,
Right.
the assumption is that you do.
Okay.
Okay. So
So we know that.
yes.
So you all know.
Yeah.
Okay.
What do you wish to do? Ahead of you, maybe 100 or so meters, lies the actual house itself. I happen to have a map
Of the house?
of the house. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what happens is with the maps, I do what's known as fog of war, which for those of you who play video games, you know what that means. Okay, it means that as you explore it, it is revealed.
on. Oh, okay. I know.
Okay,
Civilization. I don't know.
so I'll do
They
that.
have that in that game. So you've seen it.
Hmm.
Fog is fighting each other.
Okay, so
I
what's
missed.
our. Do we want to go investigate?
Because it's fog.
Okay.
Oh, can I ask what like the Craigers and the Craig is?
Yeah, so what happens is I'm actually running 2 screens right now. One screen I'm the GM, one screen I'm your players.
Okay.
Okay.
We're the Craigers, right?
I'm Craig the Lucky, the Craig T.
So we're the Craigers.
That's the player.
The
That's
Krager.
that's the
Yeah.
people that's right there.
Okay,
All right.
so.
So this is the entranceway right here to the actual. Like, remember I told you there was a ditch that surrounded it. This is the ditch right here. Okay. And these two, there are buildings right there and there. Okay, those are actually walls of buildings. Let me reveal a little bit more for you. I should have done this beforehand. My apologies.
Should that be showing it?
Yeah, should it be showing on this?
It's still
stream?
on the screen.
Say again?
That's stuck on that one.
Bless you.
It should be showing. Yep. Okay.
Wow. Oh, is that what you're doing?
Okay, okay.
How do you even do that?
There we go.
Alright, cool.
So you should do that again where the painting is.
Okay. So yeah. So this is Yeah, sorry for that. Yeah, for some reason the window's not active. It doesn't update. This is the one building. This is the other one. Okay, and apparently right around here there is a dead man. Okay.
And where are we?
You are off to the south.
Okay.
Now we have one small thing we need to do before we continue is when we begin, everybody needs to choose what their character looks like.
Ooh.
I look like a goblin.
I got
Thanks, Jay. So what occurs is I'm actually going to bring up some tokens that represent characters, okay? And you guys get to choose the one that you want. So this will take us a couple of seconds. Unfortunately, I won't be able to show this online. And I have a lot, so
It's a lot of fun.
Wow.
You're like goblin.
Gods.
okay. So what you do is basically I'm going to scroll down, and if you see one that you think might represent who you are, just let me know.
Ooh, an angel.
Yeah. So this is probably not you, but
Kitty.
I wish I could see. There's a bear.
okay.
Kitty.
Loading, please wait.
Un momento, por favor.
That's a lot of people.
Oh,
It's a dwarf.
it goes down several pages.
No, it's not dwarf. What are dragonkin? Dragon people?
They don't exist in this game, but they would be really cool if you had them.
Yeah.
Is it just like Dragon Lore?
Okay, so I think what we're going to do here is we're going to take a 10-minute break. We're going to allow the players to actually choose their tokens, take a bit of a bio break, fill up our drinks, and we'll be right back. So we're just going to pause, and we'll see you shortly. All right, well, we're back. Thanks for the break. Sorry to take a pause. Okay, so where we are is we've now added some tokens to the map. As I was explaining to the party here, they're not really super visible right now, but what I'll do is I will modify them before the next session to make them much more visible. You'll see that with the characters that, if there are any bad guys here,
Winky face.
that you'll see that they are much more visible with the modifications I make. So, what I will say though is, okay, so Fangs has returned. Claws, fangs, whatever.
Bubbles.
Vicious.
Talon. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we're still
That's more
working,
like a
right?
bird name, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. Yeah. Good point.
Thanks.
It's a flying
Perfect.
I'm a
cat.
Black Panther.
Perfect.
T'Challa.
Meow.
Perfect. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, Fangs has returned and told you that man has become meat, and something has happened within the and there seems to be men arguing.
Okay.
So I guess the question would be, what do you guys do?
Do you guys think we should go investigate? Obviously, we're gonna like run away. Like
Yeah.
we're here to see
Walk the other way.
Margil.
Margil, so we should go see if he's okay.
What's left of him.
Drop the coins around.
Skirt. Okay, so
You have
let's-
coins? Are you just gonna leave your money here and go? Yeah, don't kill us. Take the money.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
Jay, yeah, I'll be right behind you.
I'll cover the back. Yeah.
I'll protect it with my life.
Okay.
Okay, so let's go.
So what's let's go mean to you?
Let's.
It's gonna walk up inside.
Yo, boys.
Hey! Welcome
We
to-
should.
Are they? They said they're somewhere in the courtyard, which is like behind.
Well, okay. So the courtyard. So let me actually draw these two buildings. If there's a rise, you can't really see it from down here. That's the problem, right? So I can't really show you too much of the map
Right.
until you actually go up there. But you can see the one building here and the other building here, and they're kind of concealed by this line of rocks and trees, right?
Right.
So you know in the middle of it there is a high spot with a well, which is sunk deep into the ground. And you know that this building right here is the barn, and this building is Margil's house. Okay.
Okay.
But apart from that, the courtyard is not visible to you right now.
But wouldn't she know where the courtyard is because she's been there before?
No, absolutely she does, but she doesn't know what's in the courtyard.
Oh, okay.
Right?
But she would know where to go to sneak into it, say.
You would know the lay of the land. Okay, so Margil's house is relatively well situated. There is sort of this path that leads up there. That's a bit of a steep path that leads up between the rocks, and then his house is actually on the hill.
Okay.
So you can see the edge of the buildings from here, but you can't see what's actually happening on that courtyard.
Okay,
Conversely, they can't see down to where you guys are either. Like, if somebody was standing up there, they wouldn't be able to know that you're down
So
there.
do you think we should make our way up the path slowly and see if there's anyone like up guarding there? Like if there's anybody.
Who has a high sneak?
Chat says charge.
Go
Leroy Jensen.
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 Jenkins.
Who has the highest stealth?
Me?
I have a 2.
I have
Wait, it's added to your agility.
I have a 7.
Wait, are we talking about stealth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got none of that.
I have a 6.
So you can always roll your agility for your stealth.
So okay, let's go up the path.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're talking about stealth? Are you talking about going up stealthily?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So the way stealth works is that if you're moving as a group, the person with the worst stealth rolls.
All right, Brandon.
Well, all right.
Even though
That's a 3.
Right?
Should I stay back?
I'll guard the stuff.
Because he's noisy, right? So, you guys can only be as stealthy as he
Hey,
is.
makes a lot of noise.
There you go. Kind of fits, doesn't it?
Okay, well, what are we? We may as well try.
All
If
right.
we have to fight, we fight. Yeah.
So let me set the situation for you a little bit better, okay? There is a narrow ditch that surrounds the hill. There is a path leading up the front, but the hill has 4 sides to it, right? Like it's
Carnival.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd have to jump across the ditch to do so. The ditch is enough to keep out animals and things like that. But for yourselves, it's not like it's impenetrable.
I have a
we can
grappling
swim
hook.
if we really have to.
What's that?
We can swim if we
Grappling hook.
Absolutely. Well, it's not deep either. It's only up to
Right.
your knees or waist, depending on where you are in the actual
Okay,
ditch.
so maybe a more sneaky way would be to go up the hill.
Entirely up to you. But remember, this map, this is just the entrance, right? This is the southern side. This hill also
I'm
has a
saying we go
northern
around.
side.
You go around.
Yeah, we should probably check around.
Yeah, good idea, actually. Yeah.
Or we
Right.
could split
Well,
up.
I don't mean to lead you down a
Never
path. I'm just
split
saying that
apart.
you don't necessarily, just because there's a path, doesn't mean necessarily you have to take it.
Don't always follow the path. I
We
guess
should check
that's-
behind.
Think outside of the path.
Think outside the path. So what do you want to do?
I think we should go around just like... look.
Just do a
Yeah.
quick scout
Yeah.
Do
around? Okay.
Okay,
Do you want to
so
split up and like go
No.
outside?
I
I mean,
Good luck.
sure.
But
Okay, so let's... Which way do you want to go?
Left.
left. Okay,
Left,
so
left,
to the
left
west.
Okay,
Yeah.
yeah.
To the left. To the left.
All right.
Everything I own in a box to the left.
So I'm going to zoom out a little bit here.
okay.
Okay. And, okay, so as a group... Why can I not touch these guys? Well, I bet you I'm on the wrong layer. Nope. Oh, I know why. Because I'm on the wrong map. Okay. So, you guys basically head around. Okay. Are you going to make a circle of the entire area?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Okay. So what I'm going to tell you is these.
What would scouting do anything in this?
Scouting is your ability to notice details and to see things.
Yeah. Could I do like a scouting to see if I see like any like just never mind. I can't see up to the.
Yeah,
Sorry.
unfortunately, you can. So scouting will only reveal to you the details that you're physically able to see.
Okay.
Okay.
What is insight?
Insight is your ability to look at somebody and find out if they're lying.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or not only lying, but what motivates them.
Okay.
Okay.
Chat suggests sending the goblin in as a distraction.
I like that one.
Yeah. Hey guys, got silver.
Housekeeping. Just put your gold in the hat.
Maybe you don't even have to fight. Just convince them to give you their money.
We gotta find out what's wrong with Margil.
If you give me gold, I can show you the way.
Of the
I know the way.
I can foresee great things for your future.
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm basically assuming that you guys are going to basically scout all the way around. Is that
yeah.
fair to say?
Yeah.
Are.
Okay.
Can we just like buy a house and get a wishing well and just take the proceeds?
Wait, so if say a goblin were to walk up to
Yes.
the courtyard.
Goblins are not monsters in this world.
Yeah, I know, but and if I were to try and lie to them and try to convince them to come down a path where maybe fellow goblin friends would be waiting for someone to kill them, what would that imply me needing to have really good of?
Manipulate.
I like
I
that.
have good manipulation.
Me too. I have a checkmark manipulate with 4 in the thing. But I
have
feel like I'd need really, really good manipulation.
I have 1 manipulate.
We still don't even know what's going on up there though. Like we don't even know
Yeah,
if it's
yeah.
Margil.
Maybe they're just like
Like-
having a party and he's like dead.
And that top left up there,
Pinata.
that rock looks pretty good to hop across.
Or maybe it's
Up
just like they're
Yeah,
cooking a
like
pig.
Those
left, like the really big rock. You know, there's like the 3 rocks, one in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Where are we
Yeah,
looking?
All right. So that is Margil's rise. Okay. So that's what surrounds it.
Okay.
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 Nice
Where's the
place.
door?
The door is up here somewhere.
Can we just like go through
The door to the barn is about there,
You
and
just
the
say-
door to the house is about here.
What's in front of the house? Are those people?
In front of the house.
Like these?
Oh,
Yeah.
Actually, on the map, they're weeds.
Oh, okay.
I was like, that's orcs.
Really, really small orcs.
Okay,
Goblins.
so we're making our way around, yeah?
Okay. We be skating along.
All right. So yeah. So I'll assume that you've made the circle and you guys are now here. Okay. Yeah. So you have now walked around the
We
entire
didn't find
thing.
anything?
Find. What were you looking for exactly?
A way in.
People?
Money.
You found no money.
No people?
You saw from down below. You can hear activity above. You can hear people yelling at each other. Although their voices are muffled, so you think maybe they're inside of a building.
Right.
Oh, so
But
can we
they're
just
loud.
go through the front door.
Housekeeping!
Well, no. Okay, so the courtyard. Is there a door into the courtyard?
Door into the courtyard.
Isn't
Yes.
there like a walkway right there?
So
Yeah, so these two buildings are not attached, right? So
Oh.
it's not really a courtyard. There's a building, and then there's an open area, and then there's the barn.
and the barn is his house.
The building
The
is.
building is house.
Okay.
So, the cat Fang saw something in the middle area.
Yes.
Oh, okay. And if that's an open area.
The man become meat. He saw him. Yes.
And we
Okay,
don't know
so
who it is.
how about we creep up the hill? Because I mean, if
And
we
we go
hear
behind those rocks.
like these ones right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, sure.
So who's doing the creeping? Everybody?
Yeah, I guess
I have a
we'll
No, I
question.
should probably stay behind. I'm pretty thick.
You're a noisy boy. Okay.
Did we happen to find a tunnel that leads into the bottom of the well by any chance?
Uh,
Do you want to go swimming?
actually, who's doing? You guys can actually make a scouting roll. The way scouting works is whoever has the best scouting, which is wits plus scout.
I have both of those.
What I know, but if you add those two together, you get a number. Somebody else might have a higher number.
I don't have any.
What if you have a check mark? What does that mean?
Checkmark just means that it's one of the skills that you could have chosen. How many levels of skill did you buy in?
Wait, did you have to put points in things you have check marks?
Yes.
Oh
You-
my.
Oh. I liked
What?
it out of all of them.
Yeah.
The numbers.
No,
put down
you
here,
do.
they didn't-
Yeah, no. The check marks can only go into skills, or the points can only go into skills you have check marks beside.
Okay,
Oh.
that would make good sense.
Did you guys get that already?
Yeah.
Okay, I did not get that.
Listening,
It's a
not
little
listening.
scary that you're both my kids.
Okay,
Is
wow.
marksmanship shooting?
Yes.
So I have 6 scouting.
What's move?
That would be my total.
Move
scouting.
is like swimming, climbing,
I have 0
jumping from
scouting,
rock to
0
rock.
stealth.
Oh, I have 2 moves.
You have 0 wits?
I have 0
No, not
wits.
wits.
Yeah, but wits is your scouting.
Oh, yeah.
I have 0 wits.
Yeah, 4 wits.
What?
No, wits.
Oh, I have 3 wits.
I have 3 as well.
I have 4.
Okay.
But
Do
I
you
don't
have
have
scouting?
any wits
For
skills.
scouting?
Do you have scouting?
Yeah,
Oh,
that's fine.
yeah, so 5.
So
But
she
you
has
can,
5, you have
can
6.
still make the roll.
So now, what happens is, so you would make the roll because you have the best scouting in the party, okay? And everybody who actually has any levels in scouting can help you.
Okay.
Is that wits?
No, okay. So what happens is your total roll that you would make is wits plus scouting.
Okay.
If you have the scouting skill, any level of it, you can help. If you don't have the actual skill, you cannot.
Count me out.
Okay, so
Okay.
you don't have scouting. Do you have scouting?
No.
Okay, so you could help him, which means you'd add an extra dice to his roll.
Okay.
Would you
Okay.
like to do
Yeah,
that?
sure.
Right.
Okay, I'm
So,
gonna-
and if that would be a skill dice that you would add.
Okay, so I'm a skill dice, which is strength,
Yes. So remember,
Or
you no,
scouting.
scouting. Remember, you have 2 colors of dice,
Yes.
right?
Okay, so the
Green,
purple is going to be my skill, and then my actual witch is going to be this light blue.
Purple.
Purple.
Like purple.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
we're looking for a tunnel, right?
And you'll get an extra dice because of her.
Oh yeah, that is my extra purple.
Okay. So you get So you have a scouting of 2
Yes.
normally. Okay.
Yes.
Sounds good.
1.
1 success, and you have. Okay. So the light purple was your skill.
Yeah.
Okay. So what happens now is
No,
one-
sorry. Light purple is my attribute.
Okay. So what happens now is you can push. Okay? The way pushing works is now you've got a success. You can stick with just 1 success, which means that you're successful, right?
Okay.
You've scouted and you would have spotted anything that's relatively easy to spot. If you want more successes, however, you can push it, which means that you get to re-roll all of the all of the dice that are not 1.
And what does that cost?
It doesn't cost anything. However, if you roll again, that 6 is a success, 1 is a fumble. It's only a fumble if you push.
Oh, so if I roll 1s on these, I fumble.
Oh no, and those count now as 1s as well.
Oh.
What does fumble do?
Fumble creates a harm, so you are hurt in some way.
Yeah, no, I'm not risking
You're good?
that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, one more small thing about that. This is the reason why we use different colored dice. You only have to re-roll. You only have to keep the ones that are on your attribute dice.
So
So that
Oh.
your wits
Light
dice.
Oh, okay. So I only have 1.
So
One.
all of the other ones you'd re-roll.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
But any more ones I roll on any of them?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
No, just on your attribute dice.
Oh.
Your skill dice can never hurt you.
Okay. Oh, pff, okay. So I got 1 more success.
Okay, and the dark purple is your skill dice.
Yeah.
So yeah, so they do not. Okay. So what happens now is you take 1 wits damage.
Okay.
Okay, so that's considered to be confused.
Is that willpower?
What's that? No, that's not willpower. It is besides there's a box right beside your wits. You probably put a check mark into it. Yeah. Put -1. Okay. So you are confused. You only roll 3 dice for wits for the rest of this encounter.
Okay.
Okay. However, you get a willpower because you failed. So every time you fumble, you get a willpower.
Willpower's bad.
No, willpower is good, but you get it from failing
Oh,
So, because you
Because
learn from
you-
mistakes.
because you learn from mistakes. Very good.
gotcha.
Okay.
So did I find anything?
Okay,
Like a
so you got
hole?
2 6s together?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so yes, there is a path up the back way. However, you as you move around and scout, you do notice that to the north, here amongst the rocks, there's actually a safe path across. Like there's some cunningly concealed stepping stones, which actually will carry you across the moat.
Okay.
Okay, you don't know. Perhaps it's a way out or something like that. The other thing you notice as well is, although the water doesn't seem to be very deep, You also notice that it seems to be laden with spikes.
Huh.
Yeah, so if you would have walked through the water without checking, you would have impaled yourself on spikes.
Good for checking.
Okay?
Okay.
So, yes, there is a secret path that leads through those rocks to the north, which leads into the rear of the compound.
Okay.
So.
How far away am I from the peeps?
You're not. You all went together.
Oh, you all went to. Oh, okay. So.
So do you want to go?
So
with that?
I have obviously told everyone this.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. Did you guys all get willpower, by the way?
No.
Okay, everybody gets one at the beginning of the game.
Okay.
Okay.
So we put one here.
Yeah, no, yeah. I'll give you these instead, so you don't have to write on the paper.
Okay.
Okay. You'll write that at the end of the game for how many you have for next game. Okay.
Okay. So.
Do you want to go through the path?
I'm assuming that it is not a easy path to.
No, the stepping stones would require no rolls to cross.
Right, but if we wanted to be a little bit sneaky.
It's already a back path though.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
already sneaky enough.
Okay,
It's not the
so
main
I
entrance.
say we go across.
Yeah.
Let's go.
right.
Fang.
Okay.
All right. So you guys rendezvous at the back path.
Yes, sir.
All right.
Rendezvous.
Vous around.
Alonzi.
Rendezvous.
Okay. So who goes across first?
Me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's
Actually,
ready to,
if the goblins
I
going
think we should go
across-
first because I'm the fattest.
Who's ready to fight on the other side though, in case there's something there?
Well, he's melee.
Yeah, that's true.
I only gave myself one melee thing.
Actually, I'm melee too. I'm a knife.
But I have
You got
All right.
melee as part of
stealth,
a
sleight of
tinker?
hand, and move.
A peddler?
I don't have it as a thing, but I have a knife, which is melee.
Right. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so who wants to go first?
One of these two.
I'll go first.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can make
okay.
enough
Jay's first.
noise.
Okay,
'cause of
Jay's
your
going
big
first.
backpack.
All right. All right. Okay. So that is mainly of interest because I want to know positioning. Okay. So you test the stones. They look solid, and sure enough, they are. Someone's planted them here quite resolutely in order to be able to obviously get out through the path or to maybe enter the place unseen. You're not exactly sure which. The stones themselves conceal you from both sides, and your diminutive size also gives you a bonus on that. Okay, you come up behind the building. Okay, and from within, you hear nothing, but it is definitely a barn. Okay, like you can see kind of the hay loft above. There is a window on the second floor where normally they'd load hay inside or something along that line. Okay, so you are there.
From her.
Do you guys follow directly behind, or do you wait for him to signal you across?
Wait for him to signal.
Yeah,
Signal it.
Okay.
From her going and knowing this guy, does he have a horse or something?
You both know that yes, he did ride.
He did ride. Can I see into the barn?
You not from this side. No, there are no windows on this side of the barn. There is the one on the second floor. If you want to, you could maybe attempt to climb the wall.
I have a grapple hook.
Do you have rope to attach to your grapple hook?
Hook.
Can you use like willpower to pull anything out of your bag?
Oh, yeah, I can. Yeah, but how?
Oh, yeah, if we would have got a bird, that would have been helpful.
Okay, what are we doing? Did you signal us? So that's okay.
Wait. What would it require to climb the wall?
Movement plus agility, I think.
Would you like us to
Oh, I
be there
have
with
that.
you?
I can just climb the wall.
Yeah.
and
So
I can
I'll
go
call
in.
them. I'll signal them up, and I'll start climbing the wall.
Okay.
So I don't have this skill movement, but I do have.
Do you want me to
agility.
climb the wall?
No.
Okay.
Let's just make like a human
So
pyramid.
I will only roll my
Correct.
2.
That's good.
Two successes. Nice.
No
All right.
ones.
All right. Okay. So the goblin enters the building. Dun dun dun.
When he says goblin, I think it's a bad guy.
Mm-hmm.
The green goblin from Southern.
These guys are noisy swallowers.
ASMR. Oh.
Oh. There's no horses. Unless
No.
that's a horse. I don't think it is.
All right. So you climb in. This door, the door to the south, like this is a door right here.
Am I looking in through the window?
You are looking in through the window.
Okay.
You could easily drop down from here inside of the barn.
And there's no horse?
Not that you can see. No.
Are the barn doors open?
The barn doors, as I just said, are not open. They are closed.
Okay, sorry. No.
Wait, can you go through the window?
What's that?
Can you
Yeah.
go through the window?
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, you'll definitely. It's a human would fit through this window. You easily slide through.
Okay, yeah, I'll jump in.
Okay, fair enough. You drop down, and inside. Okay, so you are now inside the barn. The rest of you are now gathered outside. When you guys finally get across the stones, moving cautiously, because of course, despite the fact that the goblin, who weighs half what you do, made it across safely, you test each of the stones to make sure everything's good.
Yeah, it's fine. We sink.
Yeah,
Boing, boing,
so you get
boing,
to the
boing.
far side. The cat, being a cat,
Doesn't like water.
prowls sort of on the far side. Its dexterity doesn't really necessarily understand the concept of stones, like which stones to step on and which ones not to. So it kind of, there's a safe path. It's like, rocks and water and stuff like that. You could probably summon it across if you wish. It's up to you.
I think she should come with us.
Should we get her?
Did you say
Can't she just leap across? How far?
It's far.
Is it really far?
Well, it's like
So each of those hexes you see there is about 2 meters. So it's maybe 12 feet.
Can cats leap 12 feet?
Well, it can cross the stones as well, but it seems to be hesitating.
so. I should just reassure her, and like help her come across. Like
Yeah, if you want to, what I'm going to say is it'll be an animal handling check to do so.
Okay, sure.
But
I'll
what if she
try.
dies?
From the water?
From the
There's
spikes.
spikes in the water.
Oh. Thoughts?
I think we should just leave her there.
She'll be okay. We'll just.
Yeah. Okay.
Do I have to do anything to tell her to stay there?
Nope, she's prowling on the far side.
Okay, we'll let her graze.
Let her keep watch over there.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
All right. So you, you guys are all on the far side, and he's disappeared inside of the building. Okay. So by the time he comes inside and sort of examines the building, you guys have some time between now and when he's finished that. What do you want to do?
Do we want to like go around the corner?
I want to
Can
look
we
at
like
the
take a
wishing
peek
well.
around the corner?
Where's
Yeah, absolutely you can.
Okay.
Which corner?
Like the
top?
This
if we're
north
looking
corner?
at this, yeah, that one.
Okay, sounds good. So that sounds like. Okay, so sneaky guy.
Yeah.
You who has peeked around the corner. Can I make a stealth roll?
Oh yeah, what do I roll?
Okay, so you'll roll
Stealth.
your agility. Okay. So here's your agility dice. That's 3, right, I think?
Yeah.
Okay, and you have no skill, correct? However, this is a relatively easy task, so I'm going to give you 2 bonus dice.
Oh, okay.
Okay? So go ahead, you're looking for a 6. Alright, so no
5.
successes. Okay, can you give me some black and white dice?
How many?
I'll take 4 of each.
That went well.
What's that?
That went well.
Alright, so you move up to the corner. Now, you can, if you wish, push yourself. Okay?
And is that like re-rolling?
So you get to re-roll the dice, everything except the one that was a 1. Okay? And that means you get to re-roll all of those looking for a 6.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay, sounds good. Now this will damage you.
Okay.
Are you okay with that?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good. Do it.
That was terrible.
Okay. Oh, so another failure, but that's on a skill dice, so that doesn't count. Okay. So you, as you're kind of moving around the corner, you kind of stretch yourself out. So Jay, from now on, if you're going to fill up the bowls, could you just grab the bowls, take them out there, and bring them back? Would that be possible? Awesome. Thanks. I'm not trying to chastise you, just for next time, because I'll forget to tell you later. That's why I'm saying it now. Okay, so you step. As you do so, you step sort of on something odd. Your ankle actually twists a little bit, and you actually let out a bit of a yelp. Okay, so besides your agility, write a -1.
Makes noise.
That went well.
Okay.
And now your ankles hurt.
Okay, and I roll a single success. Okay, so that little yelp that you let out, you hear a voice call from around the barn. So, did you succeed at looking around the barn? Absolutely you did. Did you do it quietly? Absolutely you did not. Okay.
Okay. No. It was like, no, sparkles! She just has to be waiting on the other side because there's spikes in the water and she's afraid to cross. Like, hesitant.
But she's hesitant in the water for some reason.
She
You don't
doesn't
know why.
how
Yeah.
to get
Maybe
across.
there's a crocodile in it.
Yeah, maybe there's some danger you have not seen.
A fish.
Anyhow, yeah, so you let out a yelp, and then you hear a voice, a gruff voice, say, "Who's there?" Kind of calls from around the corner. You look, you can see the side of the building more clearly now, but again, no person sort of comes into view.
Are you lying on the ground?
Oh, and you got a failure?
Yeah.
So you get one of those.
Yeah.
You failed. Here you go.
I wish it was like that.
How teachers teach us nowadays.
Ouch.
Gold star.
So we'll move directly on to educational commentary. Okay. So, question. Yeah, so you hear a voice. What do you do? You guys all hear the voice, by the way.
We're like,
Hi.
Yeah. It's a man's voice.
Okay, male, probably
Just lure him over.
a bigger build,
oh,
scary,
sir, help
probably has a
me.
lot of knives.
What should we do?
I don't know. You tell
The thing
me.
is, we could do like,
I could poison
we
them.
could call him over.
and someone could be like waiting and be like,
Do
Or
I
like-
hear this?
Yeah,
Wait,
but
what
we
is
don't know if
this?
he's
Inside the
bad or
barn.
not.
What if it's Margil?
I will say you don't hear him, but you definitely hear a voice call out from outside, and you go, oh, "Big feet."
like, are you kidding?
Bigger boy.
Okay, what's the plan? He's still inside the barn.
That's correct.
Yeah. The other thing too is you also hear the trot of heavy feet.
We should throw those
Hopefully,
barrels
it's
at
not a
them.
giant.
From the barn?
We should like muff
No,
him.
we climb out with the barrels and throw them at them.
Let's take him
That's-
hostage.
Because that would be really...
Okay, so okay,
I'm quiet. I'm stealthy.
You also know
Okay,
the
so
barn.
so what I'm hearing is you guys do nothing.
no.
Is that my understanding?
Let's move out of their line of sight.
We're
Okay,
not
well, you're
really
not.
in
You're
it.
still hidden behind
Let's
the
make
barn.
him move.
Can we go hide back down at the bottom of the hill?
We need to do something. We need to figure out what's going on here. So let's just be bold and charge.
On y va.
It sounds like death.
I say,
And that
I
was the
say-
end of the day.
I say we go stealthily more around the corner.
Okay, so
Or
you,
we can go the other way. Around the other
That'll
corner.
just take more time. We're already around the corner. So like,
you can do whatever you want, Lane. You don't
That's
have
right.
to ask permission.
right. Tell me what you want to do.
I
Yes.
don't know.
Okay, let's do this a different way. What do you do, Brendan? So you've made the sound. You know he's heard you. I assume that you checked around the corner and then pulled yourself back. What do you do now?
We can go hide at the bottom of the hill.
So you're gonna leave.
Well, just the bottom of the hill.
Okay, so you're gonna go back across the rocks.
No, just like right in front of the rocks. Like,
Isn't the hill like...
Yeah. So this is a hill right here, right?
yeah,
Yeah. Okay. So you take a step back.
yeah.
Okay. Did you take out your staff from your back? What do you do?
I'll take out the staff. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So you take out your stick.
I'm gonna go to the right corner
Okay.
of the barn.
Now, are you moving stealthily, or are you just
Very
gonna move
stealthily.
there?
I'm gonna move.
You are gonna move
Yeah, I'm
stealthily.
gonna use caution. Like not too stealthily, but like stealthy enough that like it's tiptoeing.
That's a stealthy charge.
Or, well, can I give an opinion?
Absolutely.
So they don't know how many of us there are. They only knows that there is someone there. So if you move really quickly, they might hear you and might run around, and someone could stand on that corner and go whoosh.
So should I use very, very stealthy so they don't hear me?
No, I think you should like make noise. So feel like to sound like there's someone's running away, and then they might come out quickly, not expecting someone to be right on the corner.
He's suggesting that you lure him.
Okay.
But the thing about it is, of all the people who are going to be hiding and attacking somebody stealthily, that would be Lane.
Yeah.
He's probably not your best distraction. You could be.
The fat guy running away probably is.
Okay, he's not fat. Okay, his agility is high average. He's just not. He hasn't had to sneak in anybody's house.
Okay.
Because why? He doesn't steal stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
People want him in there.
Moral than I do.
Well, so then what you could do is you could just switch with Brandon, and Brandon could eat around, and then you could stay there.
Well, like you said before, they only think there's like one of us, maybe.
No, they don't know how many there are.
Yeah, they don't know exactly. So, what if we keep them thinking that and only have like one person go up, and if they need help, we are there.
Who says they're bad guys? Maybe they're nice.
That's what I'm saying. So
what if they're just like the town baker or something?
Here's your bread.
It's a party.
Yeah.
He has a baguette.
I'm delivering milk.
Okay, let's just full send.
Those-
Sorry.
Okay, so we were to Lane saying,
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to give you 5 seconds to tell me what you're doing, otherwise you're hesitating.
Okay, you know what? I'm going to go where Brandon is. I'm going to wait for them to come around the corner.
Okay.
I'm going to just stay there.
Okay. You could probably find cover here, right behind the corner,
Yeah.
or perhaps underneath the tree.
Let's go right behind the corner.
Okay, so fair enough. And the way this works is if you want to surprise somebody, we will make a stealth roll if it's necessary. Okay? Okay, so we're back to you. What are you going to do? Now, I'll remind you, you have a bow and arrow.
So maybe I should... Can I, like, try to run behind that tree there?
Like this one over here?
Yeah.
You could do whatever you want to do. You have no idea how long until somebody comes around that corner. It could be 2
And
seconds.
that tree is in line of sight from like
I know,
all
but
the way over here.
that's what I'm saying. Like, we need to get a move on here. Like, I'm curious.
All right.
But I know that's risky because that's, like, a very open area. So, wait, that's, like, kind of a hill around by the moor?
Yes.
Like, could I try to go, like,
Stay low on the hill?
stealthily? Yeah, around the hill, like, stay low and try to get behind the tree and see
Yeah,
better?
it's relatively steep, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask you for an easy movement roll, which if you fail, you'll fall down into the water.
And stab yourself to death and die.
No, not stab yourself to death, but risk you will risk the danger.
Injury.
Yes.
What do you think?
I think you should decide because it's your character.
5 seconds, go.
Okay, I'm going to do that.
Okay, sounds good.
Oh, dear.
Okay, let's make... you don't need to make a stealth roll, but you will need to make a move roll. So that'll be agility plus move.
7.
Okay. You have a 5 agility.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa! Okay. 7. And it's easy, so you'll get an extra dice for the easiness. So take out 5 dice for your agility. Of all one color. Okay, and 2 dice for your move. And then an extra one of that same color, the green, for the easiness of the ease of the maneuver.
Okay.
Okay, do it. That's a lot of dice.
So I need 6
You need to get a 6 to be successful.
on any of them.
Absolutely.
Yes!
1 6.
6.
That's very
No
Christmassy.
ones. No ones.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So now you have got a success. You can get more successes if you wish by pushing and risking. But again, if you get a
I'll
1...
just keep it safe because it's already kind of risky.
All right. So, that's not you. This is you. Okay, so you are moving low and staying out of sight. And...
I just picture like that. It's like after like the bush. It's like,
yeah, you managed to get just behind that tree
Oh.
in order to see a man step out. Now, this fellow he's fairly burly looking, like strong, okay? And he's dressed in ragged clothing with ragged piece of armor. He has a rusty sword in his hand. And as he kind of steps around the corner, I said, who goes there? Okay.
So this obviously isn't Margil that we know.
You don't recognize him, no.
Does she know his sons?
This is not anybody who belonged to the family.
Okay.
First off, all Margil's sons were under 20, and they were all rangers. So they generally tended to dress in leathers, etc. Okay. So none of these guys were. None of them look like him.
Okay.
Okay. He's rough looking. Okay.
Okay. So
Shoot first, ask questions later.
All right, so he is moving along that wall. Okay?
Should I
So-
shoot?
It's up to you guys.
The door in front of me, is there any windows in it, or is it like a half barn door?
No, yeah. Not yet invented. These are just regular doors.
Okay,
Right.
so I can't see.
No. Although Margil kept his house fairly well maintained, so you're pretty sure that the door opening would not creak.
Okay. So, can I move forward?
Yes?
Okay, I would like to move forward and very, quiet.
Gingerly?
Yes.
Okay.
Open the door and just kind of peek out to see what it
Sounds good. That's a stealth check.
Stealth is...
Agility plus stealth.
Where the heck is... Oh, okay.
Stealth is right here.
Yeah.
Do you have stealth?
Nope.
Negatory.
So say you're negative.
Can I push? Is that's called?
You can push, but remember that one will stay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, which was it? What stat do you lost? You lost a point off of wits,
Yeah.
right? Now you have 2 willpower,
Yeah.
and you have a talent called,
Sneaky.
which allows you to.
Sneaky. Spend willpower to get sneak success. Oh.
Sneaks a whoa.
Wait, so this can turn into a...
Nope, it's
No,
just you
stay.
automatically bought a success, so you are now successful.
Right. But can I continue? Can I roll to see if I get...
Absolutely, if you want. But remember,
Yeah, if I get a 1, I'm gonna die. Okay, I got a 1 and a 6.
okay, you'll also that other dice. So that willpower doesn't turn one of those dice into
Yeah,
a 6.
I know.
What it does, it gives you an extra success. So,
You should have rolled that
I
one.
should roll this one.
yeah, you should roll that one as well. So 1 success.
Yeah, but I had the sneaky thing.
Yeah. So 2 successes and 2 failures. Okay, so your agility will go down by 2 points.
Oh wait, I was at -1. Wait, no, agility. Yes, right. Okay, check we're good.
Okay.
Okay. Do I get 2 willpower? Oh yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So what did that do for us?
I opened the door.
Yeah. So you open the door. Well, you open the door without attracting anybody's attention.
But I
Right.
trip and face plant into it.
But you stub your toe and scream.
Everyone know when they stub their time.
Yeah. Okay, and that's so there is so you kind of creak the door open and you notice that behind the entranceway seems to be empty otherwise. But over here you see through the window in the far wall there seems to be another man inside.
Okay.
Okay? So that's what you notice from here.
Nothing bad happened to
Has
me
Margil
yet?
been assassinated?
What do you mean?
Well, I had 2 bad things.
Yeah, you lost 2 agility.
Oh, that's the... Oh, okay.
So that's a bad thing.
Is Margil being assassinated?
So say for this is the courtyard, right? Correct.
Yes. Yeah.
Do we see Margil dead?
No, sorry. One thing that is here that you don't, that is in the here that you do not see is right here laying face. Right here, laying face down, is a man. He seems to be clad in like leathers, with a torn cloak. You have
I don't
never
know.
met him?
I don't know.
Yeah, so you don't know.
I thought. Oh yeah, no. Okay.
Okay. 2 arrows protrude from his back.
Arrows.
Hmm.
Oh, I thought you meant they were on his back and
No. So he's
Yeah.
laying like this, and the
Oh.
arrows are kind of poking up out of
Oh,
him.
that's so disappointing.
We should
Okay.
go see who it is.
Is
Lane's too empathetic.
And I only have empathy 1.
I don't think we have to be good guys.
You have 3 empathy.
I
What?
know,
Yeah.
but I only have.
Okay, so I say...
That guy in the window, is he looking outside? Or is he...
Yeah, he seems to have been attracted by the fellow outside going, "Hey!"
Is that the guy that did a face palm? Or who did the face palm? Someone did a face palm.
Well, no, I said...
He did a face plant. Yeah, on his stealth roll, he twisted his ankle or did something to
That
reduce
was
his
him.
agility. Right.
Wait, I'm so confused.
Right, okay, so when you drop down, okay, you fell and skinned your knee.
Okay.
Okay? So now you're kind of hobbling to the actual door. No, he's like, oh, that's really quiet. Okay, good, okay.
He's like, hey!
Grease.
So just so you're aware, these points, they go and come fairly rapidly. That's how you gain these, right? So...
Okay, so you do want to spend them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, so I say I shoot him.
All right. So you pop up and...
Yo!
Okay.
Welcome to Chili's.
Would you like to dance?
So here's the deal. You have surprise on him. So I'm going to give you cards, okay?
Can I do it from like the tree? Like so does he see where the arrow's coming from, or do I have to be like right in front of him, like to shoot?
Well, okay, in order to be able to shoot him, you need to be able to see him.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of the mechanics of a bow and arrow.
Yeah, it's like, alright, that's probably about right.
Yeah.
Shoot
So
through the tree.
can you shoot around it, or because remember the tree doesn't go all the way to the ground, right? It has like a trunk, right? You're hidden behind that trunk. You just have to step out and shoot.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Yeah. Okay.
Chat says hooray!
So you have surprise. So what occurs is you'll get 2 cards. Okay. The lower the card, the sooner you act. Okay. And we redraw any face cards.
Okay.
Okay. So that's a 6 and a 9. So you'll keep the 6. Okay. Now, Lane, are you also going to act?
I mean, if she misses, I'll act after.
You don't get a choice. You have to
Excuse
decide now whether or not you're going to act this round.
You know, I'll act.
My arrow always hits the mark.
Okay. So that's a discard. So 6. You also have surprise because he's unaware of you. So you'll also act on 6. Okay.
Let's go.
How about yourself, Brendan?
I'm just gonna stay where I am.
Okay. So you're not going to take a card?
No.
Okay. So if your friend needs help, you're just going to stand back and go, hey,
Bye.
you got this.
You got this, fam.
Yeah.
All right.
You're gonna stay alive.
My turn?
Do you want to draw cards for combat?
Hey, there's
Yeah.
2 of you. I think you guys got this.
Okay. Cool. 8 or 5. You'll act on 5. Okay. Now this fella, he is surprised, so he'll only draw 1 card. He draws a 3. He will act first.
Of course he does.
See who can.
See you there.
That means like, son of a bitch.
No, how rude.
How rude.
Okay. Son of a bitch. Okay. So this fella, you pull out from behind the tree. Your aim takes a little bit longer than you expect it to, and he sees you, and instantaneously he reacts and charges you.
Oh!
Okay.
I got you.
He was thinking ahead. He was just charging.
Yeah. No. Yeah. There is no hesitation. He comes forward, and with his sword, and he will swing now. So now what we need to do is talk about actions. The way actions work is every round you have 2 actions. You have 1 fast action, 1 slow action. You can trade your slow action in for a fast action if you wish. Okay, so you can have 2 fasts if you want. If you like, you can attempt to dodge out of the way. Okay? Which would be a move roll. Okay? However, unless you spend willpower, you end up laying flat on your back. Okay? Or you get an extra success. So, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll to hit. Okay? I need a 6 to hit you. Ooh, I do hit you with my 6. Now, you have a choice. You can react at this point and dodge out of the way if you wish. Yes?
Yeah.
Agility plus movement.
Is there
7.
like a god of like war?
Sword. Not really. Why?
I have an idea. I want to
Okay.
try.
So agility plus movement.
Yep.
And I have to get a 6.
Yes. 1 success. Every success you get reduces my successes by 1.
Okay.
If you get an extra success, you can spend it to stay on your feet.
That's a rip in the chat.
That's
a
no
negative.
successes. Now you can push if you wish, but this will actually stay and become damage. What do you think?
May as well try.
Okay, roll.
Oh dear.
So you're gonna get willpower.
Did I die from this?
Well, somebody's swinging a sword at you, so the math is pretty decent. That yes,
This
you
might
could
be
die.
goodbye. I need a 6. Yes, 2.
All
But
right,
you got a 1. 2
Those
ones.
2 ones. All right, so First off, you'll get this.
Thank you.
Okay. However, in twisting out of the way, you wrench your back, and you get a sharp pain running down your back. Your agility is reduced by 2 points until you heal.
I got you. I got some magical hands.
No. Just put a -2 right there. Of course, he's not acting, but that's okay.
Defibrillators.
-2.
Yeah. So your agility until the end of combat is 3. Okay.
Okay.
Did I give you your willpower already?
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Wait, do I go next? Because I have a 5.
Yes, it'll be your turn.
Okay, so my idea. I have a bag of amazingness, right? So
Okay, you have a bag of useful knickknacks.
yes. So in my bag of knickknacks, would I possibly have an orb that would be like really bright that could like cover my hand, so it doesn't really, like looks like I have a light coming in my hand?
Okay, so you want to light your hand on fire with oil, maybe?
No, but like an orb. Like, do I have like an orb?
How
that,
about a flashlight?
Like, what kind of orb in a medieval world would glow?
a magical one?
A lantern?
You do not have magic. It has to be just a regular
Realistic
item.
thing.
You can have a lamp.
You could have like
Yeah,
a
but that's not the
flashlight.
same idea. I like my idea is here. It's like I have like this glowing hand and like walk out and I like yell at him and say like the power of God of War. So my question is,
yeah.
I will smite you if you back
You
off.
can always
That's
have a
my
flashlight.
hold up a lantern. I will throw my lantern at you.
If you have like a light flashlight and a concave mirror, it could be like.
Yeah, no, I'm afraid
okay.
not. That would be an artifact which you do not possess.
Bummer. Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
Oh, then I'm gonna.
Good idea, but I like where you're going here.
What does empathy do?
You understand people. You can communicate with them.
Hey man.
Let's think about it.
Well,
We've all
okay,
been
so
in this.
your manipulate also includes intimidate. I
A
will
little
remind you you're a
kicking in the
goblin.
knees.
Yeah.
So,
Hey, you!
I will smite you.
With the power of the God of War, because he chose me. Don't know why, but there it is.
Well,
I have a nasal problem.
It's genetic, okay?
I have allergies.
Bloody hay fever. Alright, sorry.
freaking barn.
Okay, that was a moment.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna. So, how far? Oh wait, 2 meters, right? Okay, so is that guy still looking out? Like,
He's looking out the window. He's curious what's
concerned,
happening. And now this guy's charged. He's probably going to be out here relatively quickly.
okay. So I'm gonna. While he's looking that way, I'm gonna like scoot over here to the door,
Oh,
but
alright.
like just on the side of the door.
Are you
And-
going to try to be sneaky about that?
Yeah. And I'm gonna wait for him to come out, and I'm gonna with my
Oh.
knife.
But do you even know he's there? Can you see him?
Yes,
Yes,
there's a
you
window
can.
right there.
But can he see you?
Oh,
Yeah.
this guy. I thought you were talking about the guy coming at me.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So this is the door right there.
I
Okay.
missed it.
So, yeah, you can hustle over there. That's fine.
Okay.
What I'm going to say, though, is it's a little bit farther than you normally be able to travel. So I'm going to say that you're a little bit out of position when you get there. I'm going to accrue -1 to your attack if you attack, okay? All right. And what do you have in your hand that you might...
A knife.
Okay.
But I'm gonna like him walk out, and I
I'll
just go
take
like
your
that.
card. So now we have 6 of clubs is next. Just so you're aware how it goes in reverse alphabetical order. So clubs, diamonds, hearts, spades.
Okay.
So clubs first. That's you. Go, girlfriend.
So, can I attack the guy?
Well, you have a bow and arrow in hand.
Right.
You can't shoot him at point blank range.
Or I can't stab him with an arrow.
I
Yeah.
didn't say that.
I am going to stab him with an arrow.
Can you shoot him? No. Can you stab him with an arrow? Absolutely.
Oh, whack him with a bow? Okay.
One of your cards fell. Oh.
What?
Got him.
Thanks, Brendan.
Okay. So, he's right there. My back hurts.
Yes. So this will be melee that you're doing because you're fighting.
Okay, so I'm just going to try to hurt him.
Okay. I'm just gonna try and poke him.
Empathy. Okay. So strength
Yes.
plus.
Melee.
I was just aiming for this.
Let's
Eugene.
pick a pretty color for good luck. Okay,
Pretty color for good luck.
here we go.
Here we go. Woohoo! Yeah!
1 6.
All right. So now, what happens with him is, if he wanted to defend himself, he could spend willpower, but he does not have any. And he's already spent his action. He moved and he attacked. So that was both of his actions. So he does not have any willpower to actually defend himself with.
Sweet.
So you hit him. Very good.
Cool.
Now I have to figure out how much damage you do.
Shot through the heart.
Oh, I have a question.
Oh, yeah, no
Is this-
questions. Yeah, you're not acting in combat, dude. You just get to sit there and be quiet.
Hey, he has a.
Oh, go ahead. Go for it.
Does the staff like shoot, or is it like what type of staff is it?
It's not a bazooka.
No, sometimes they like
It's
shoot stuff.
yeah, not your staff.
Your
Yeah,
staff is like
yeah,
a walking
Yeah,
thing.
so yeah, you have like a walking stick.
Okay.
Okay. Now that said, though, there are abilities that you can learn later on that allows you to protect magic project magic power from your staff.
Okay.
Okay, but not at level 1. Yeah, I had to figure out how much damage an arrow does because I've never had anybody actually poke somebody with an arrow by hand. I think it would sting.
Or just like break.
Yeah, it depends what he's wearing. Is it like...
It's a cloak.
Wasn't he... No, this guy... Wasn't he wearing like...
He was wearing armor. That is correct.
Yeah.
Okay. So, your arrow does 1 point of damage. Okay? Which is still damage. He's going to roll for his armor, though. So, on a 6 or better, his armor will soak 1 point of damage.
Woo!
It does not. Not only does it not,
He gets a
it
dismiss.
actually damages his armor. Okay, so his armor is reduced until the end of combat. Which probably means until one of you kill him. Just saying.
Yeah, I honestly didn't think it would go this bad, so I'm standing here watching.
You're just like, wow,
You're like-
we suck.
My ankle hurts.
I need some ice for
And there's
this.
me.
Okay, so I'm just doing a little bit of modification on this guy so that I remember that his armor is damaged. Alright. Yeah, so you stab him. You still have a fast action left. Do you want to do something else?
Kick him in the shins.
You can't
Stab
attack
his
him. You
eyeball.
could move, though. You could
Jump
run
up a
away.
tree. Like,
See,
You
like,
could also lure him closer to your friends.
wink, wink,
yeah,
wink,
that's a
wink,
good idea.
wink.
So I should go like head
Smoke
towards
bomb.
Brandon. I can head towards Brandon,
But this doesn't want to be.
or I can head towards Jay. He's really far away, but I could try to go that direction so that
You
we're
can do
all
whatever
there.
you want to do because it's your character.
Would you think it'd be better if like we have both the bad guys where we can see them?
Yeah.
I'll bring him towards Brandon and
Yeah.
Okay, it's a 3v1 over there.
Oh yeah, let's do that.
All right. Okay, so you move away from him. That's about as far as you can make it.
Okay.
Okay. So you're retreating. He's hacking, or he has hacked at you with his sword. You stab him. He's like, ow, right? It's damaging, but not catastrophic. He sees you go, and he sort of grits his teeth, and he'll follow you. But in the meantime, Lane will get a turn to act.
Okay.
What does Lane do?
Run at him and stab him.
Okay.
I don't know. That sounds pretty great.
Sounds pretty great.
How does his poison work?
Well, if you'd taken it out last round,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
I'm too lazy. Alright, not lazy. I'm too cheap to spend the willpower.
Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to have you write down the damage of your knife. You have a knife, so you might as well write this down as well. Okay? So it is going to say the bonus, underneath bonus, write +1. Underneath damage, write 1. Underneath range, write arm, A-R-M. And then under features, put light and pointed.
Under comment?
Yes, comment. Okay. Charge!
Yeah, we're gonna do that. Let's go.
All right.
Bazinga.
Okay, you run up beside him, and
But very stealthily. Like,
as soon as you break that corner, he'll see you. There's no way to do it stealthily.
I'm stealthily running at you.
Yeah.
okay.
So-
You are stealthy, not invisible.
We should get one of those.
Yeah, that's later.
For me?
Now, so the other thing too is remember, you guys have your dice, right? Your passion dice. Not passion. What is this called? Your
Pride.
pride dice, right?
Yeah. No.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So you charge him.
I will
It will be a
steal
melee roll.
The gold
Okay.
out of your life.
So melee is strength. What is your strength?
4.
4. So what you'll do is you'll take 4 dice of one color.
I'm gonna grab
Oh yeah. So.
4 brown.
Okay. And what is your melee skill?
1.
1. You'll grab 1 dice of a different color. And you have a bonus, so that will also, so you'll take that, and then you'll take a dice of a third color, which represents your dagger, your
Okay.
knife.
And I can roll
Good
them?
luck.
You can roll them, 6 or less, or 6 or 6.
I said-
6.
You got this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Two
2.
sixes.
I got 2 6s and 3 1s.
So we probably won't be re-rolling those dice.
No, these are fine.
Yeah. Okay. So
3 willpower.
if he
I'm not pushing this.
yeah. Okay.
Oh.
So yeah, so you stab him. As you do so, your knife will automatically do 1 point of damage. Okay, and since you rolled an extra 6, it does an extra point of damage.
Okay.
But you rolled
Okay.
2 6s.
The first 6
Oh,
requires to hit.
Right.
Okay.
Comprende. Sorry.
He again does not have any actions, so he will not get to move. So you stab him. It does 2 points of damage, which is enough because he's already been stabbed with the arrow.
Can I like go like
Well, okay, so now we're going to get to when his strength is reduced to 0, which it just was. What occurs is he is broken and he takes a critical wound. And so what we're going to do is we're going to roll on the critical wound table. Okay? So the way the critical wound table is, you roll 2 dice 6 and you read them one after the other.
me?
Yes, you.
Okay, wait. So I roll my.
So roll 1 dice,
I want orange.
okay? And then roll
2.
another dice.
1.
So that is read as 21.
21.
Yes, so 2, 1, 21.
And how much hit points did he have?
Well, let's see what happens to it. Okay, so that is what's known as a critical success, or a critical damage. His strength has been reduced to 0. Okay, so
He's not strong anymore.
critical injuries. This was a stab wound. Okay, 21. Ooh, ouch.
Ouch for me or ouch for him?
Ouch for him.
Oh.
Okay, so you stab him through the hand. Okay, his hand is now useless and will be for the rest of his life.
That's rough.
Yeah,
Well, his life might not be long.
yeah. Okay, and
It'll be nice.
yeah, so he has taken a critical wound. So his penalties will now be increased. So he is now at a disadvantage. Okay, so we now do cards again. You guys only get 1 this time because you are no longer have surprise. The question becomes: are you going to act this round?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah,
1, 7.
Brandon.
All right.
Okay. 8. I'll take your card.
Okay, I
when you're
wasn't
done.
sure if we
Yeah,
just-
absolutely.
Oh, you gotta go before me.
2.
Oh, spicy.
Yeah, you right. Except what I want to do, the other guy has to come outside.
All right. So what we'll do is we'll actually go around the card table. 2 goes first. If you want to act, but what you want to do is not ready yet, what you do is you say, I'm going to wait, for example, for you, I'm going to wait for somebody to come out the door, and then I'm going to act. And you turn your card on its side. Okay? Meaning, if that happens,
I get to go.
you get to go. If, on the other hand, something else happens and you decide, I'm going to do something else, then we roll dice to see who gets to go, and you have changed your mind of what you're going to do. Whatever the next thing you're going to do is going to be 1 harder.
Okay,
Okay?
that's fine.
So, that's 7. 4, I think, is next. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you could just keep them within view so I can see them, that'd be great. So
Can you
7,
see mine?
4. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. 4.
So okay, I'm gonna shoot at him again.
Okay. So you stabbed him. So you're gonna ready and aim. So that's your quick action, and you're gonna shoot. That's your slow action. So I'll take your card, and you may now shoot. It'll be agility plus marksmanship.
Angeli's -2, so now it's 3.
That's right.
Plus marksmanship. Oh, I didn't pick that one.
You didn't take marksmanship?
I thought it was like, for some reason I was thinking shooting a gun, and I'm like, that's not helpful to me. Shoot. Okay,
Literally.
that's fine. Okay, 3.
Yep.
And that's it. That's it.
Bazinga. Okay.
Negatory.
Now, at this point, you could, if you wish, spend your pride for the round. Or for the turn. For this, only once per session can you do it. And your pride is, my shot never misses. Right?
Yeah.
Which
I feel
means-
like it's not essential right now, though.
But won't you get disowned of your pride?
No, only if she misses.
But if she doesn't use her pride, then she gets disowned.
Yeah, but then she'll get a new pride.
Yeah, you get a different pride, yeah.
Oh.
There is no harm in using these. These are meant to be used. Right?
Use it.
Okay, sure. I'll just use
It's like a special willpower.
May as well.
Absolutely.
I want to kill this guy.
Okay, so you roll this. If you roll 6 or better, you succeed. The higher you roll, the better you succeed.
Okay.
There are 12 sides to that die.
Okay.
Here we go.
52.
You cannot roll it.
Can a
Reroll.
pride be I never run out of money?
Oh! I never miss. Thunk! Well,
That was
shucks.
the tree. We got a 1. Alright. Bye, Pride.
Okay. So what you do is you put an X beside your pride, and we resolve that next turn. Okay, or next session. Okay. You have acted on 4, so we go to 7. The druid with his whacking stick.
Whacking.
Oh, whacking.
What do you think?
These sticks are made for whacking, and that's just what I'll do.
Whack him?
Okay, so you're gonna charge up and give him a crack over the head.
Yeah.
All right, sounds good. All right, so let me give you the statistics for your staff.
Popular.
Oh boy! Oh boy! Oh boy!
Is there something wrong with my stick?
What?
Is there something wrong with my stick?
No, your stick's good.
Popular. Large.
There's a Poplar Street in Nanaimo.
Wow, what's
I
that?
know. What?
What is that?
Poplar Street?
Poplar.
Hmm.
I used to think it said popular, but it's Poplar.
A popular tree.
That was not my
Bless you.
Sorry.
Jingle bell, jingle bell, jingle bell rock.
We definitely gotta dress up in our costumes. At some point.
Sorry, I'm just looking at my apologies. I don't know this book backwards and forwards yet.
Bingo balls, hey.
Bingo balls, hey. Bingo balls, bingo balls, bingo balls, hey.
Hey!
What just happened?
That's how I used to sing Jingle Bells when I was little.
Bingo.
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 Okay, so your staff, it is +1 bonus to hit and damage 1. Its range is near though, so it's actually, you have a range of greater than your arm. What that means is you don't actually have to stand beside the person, you can stand 1 square away to actually hit him.
Sweet.
Okay, and its comments are, it is blunt, you can use it to hook, which means that you can
Pull something.
knock somebody over. Okay, you can pull their legs out. And it can also be used to parry without breaking. Okay?
No, that's a walking stick.
Now that's a stick. It's a stick. All right. So, so you will roll strength plus your melee skill.
Which I don't have.
Okay, so you'll be just rolling 3, and then you'll roll +1 for the staff.
Alright.
What colors do you need?
Here's an extra blue one if you like. And then 1 for your staff.
Oh.
Different color. Different color.
Different color?
Yeah. Okay, do it.
That went very well. No.
In a
2
Jaden
ones.
kind of very well kind of idea?
Yeah.
All
What
right.
does that mean?
I got
Not
2 ones.
very
Not well. All right. Okay, so this fellow, so it's my turn. I'll act on my 7. This guy in front of you, after you stab him through with a hand, he throws down his sword and he runs away.
Oh, I thought he was going to try to choke me, and I was like,
Wait, what happens with the ones?
Nothing, unless you push. They're only damaging if you push.
Okay.
That's why pushing is dangerous. Okay. So he drops his sword, and he beats a hasty retreat. Now he's not moving very fast. He's obviously in a lot of pain, and so he retreats away from you. Meanwhile, the door opens, Jay. Okay, and you stab him.
Yeah.
All right.
I want to try to aim, because I'm short, I want to aim for like his upper groin.
doesn't that depend on the points, right?
I'm just thinking, that would hurt.
Yeah?
Yeah. So do you have melee skill?
No.
All right. So what I'm going to say is no.
Oh.
Your melee is more like wild flailing.
Yeah, I'm just going to try and hit him, actually.
Okay, sounds good. Because you have him by surprise, I'll give you +2 to the roll.
What is it for?
So it's going to be strength.
Oh.
You have a 5 strength.
I have 3 strength, but
3
+2.
strength. And then 3 strength. And then the 2 dice that are for the bonus are actually skill dice, so they're different color.
Melee?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And +1 for your dagger. Sorry. So roll an extra dice as well.
Skill?
Different color.
Skill?
No,
Oh,
different color.
different
equipment.
color completely.
Yeah. 1 for attribute, 1 for skill, 1 for equipment.
Please be a 6.
So no love, huh?
Wait, what do these do? Can I like re-roll or...
You can use them to power your abilities.
Wait, but I can push?
Absolutely.
Okay, so, and I can re-roll everything except for the 1.
Except for the 1. That 1 is a skill dice.
It is
so
a skill dice.
So you get to re-roll it.
I get to re-roll.
Skill dice can never roll ones.
Oh, okay. Cool. Wait, yeah.
Yeah, you got too many dice in there. You should only have 3 for your strength.
Right.
It's like, whoa, you're super strong.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah, 1
And 2.
success and 2 ones.
Okay. So... so you hit him.
Yeah.
Yay.
Yeah.
However, you broke your dagger off into him. That's what that black 1 means. Okay. So your knife is broken.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. It's like, oh, hey.
Well,
How you
that's
doing?
good.
And I'm stuck with a dagger.
This man's got thick legs.
Where did I hit him?
It's actually not really counted in this game. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
Like if you hit him with the neck.
I'm short.
Yeah.
Well, if you jump when you hit
Reach for it! Okay. Yeah, so you do 1 point of damage to him. He is not wearing armor, but he takes 1 point of strength damage. Okay, and he is surprised, as are you by your dagger breaking.
Does my strength go down by 1 because I
It
got
does, yes. Yeah. Okay. But,
Yeah, boy. Wow, I need something to spend these on.
yeah.
I reach into my bag. Smoke bomb!
I'll spend them for you.
That would work.
Actually,
On your turn.
on my turn.
Is it my turn?
Yes.
Okay.
Do those exist?
What?
I'm gonna chase the guy that's running away very slowly.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, he does not get away from me.
Okay. So, strictly from a gaming perspective, you also know your goblin colleague is probably
Oh yeah,
by
that dude
himself.
too. Oh yeah,
right?
you know I'm gonna go try to kill that guy,
Okay.
but I'm gonna go around the thing. Wait, is there still a guy standing there?
Yes.
Okay.
I just imagined like you like guys like fighting someone on the hill, and then you just look over and just hear like see like this door open and this guy walking in and then shake, and then like this smoke bomb go off and this goblin run out. That'd be funny.
I mean, has this guy seen me there?
He's looking out the window. You're no longer stealth. You're in combat.
So he can see me?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's really no point in hiding from him. So I'm gonna just go and smack that dude.
All right. Now you will not be able to make it to him and attack this round. You'll be able to make it to him, but not attack.
Even with agility? Like a really high agility?
Yeah, even with a really high agility. So he is one zone movement away. So you can move about 4 or 5 as a quick move, but that's going to take you 2 moves to get there.
So that'd be like a slow move.
Yeah, it would be it would be your fast and your slow together.
Okay. And what other options do I have?
Without a ranged weapon, not much.
Well, I guess I'll just go and hang out over there with them. He can go and hang
We're
out.
hanging out, yeah.
Hey, what's up?
Hey guys.
What does the adaptive talent do again?
What the adaptive allows you to do is, if you can explain it in the game, you can use one skill instead of another one. Right? Like the example I gave is that, when you're fighting somebody, you're not actually using your melee skill. You're going to use your survival skill to trick him into stepping onto a branch or something. Okay, make sense? Or use your melee skill to intimidate somebody instead of manipulate. Cool?
Yeah.
Okay. So I think we're done actions. So I'll take your card and we will move on to 7. 4.
Oh, thank God. I'm so tired of going on.
10. 10.
Wait, but I go last. No, I go first. I'm spades.
Before me, yeah.
But I go first.
No,
No, Lois goes first. I go before you.
Yeah, it's reverse
she's
alphabetical.
diamond, so she's first.
So
She'll
spades,
come
hearts,
first.
diamonds, clubs.
Are you kidding me?
Well,
Oh, right. Yeah, so this guy is going to smack that pesky goblin.
Oh, not me though. I'm good.
Oh, little knobber.
Wait, and
Stab me in the leg, will ya?
I can only use it on my turn.
Yes. Okay, here we go. I might need your healing here.
not good luck.
All right.
Can I sleight of hand, reach some dirt in the ground, and throw it in his eyes?
On your turn, absolutely.
All right.
I
Can I
wait,
sneaky myself out of here?
Can I pull poison out right now?
Yes, but it takes a full turn.
But he died from it. Or just to pull the poison takes a full turn.
So, yeah, to take it out and apply it would take a willpower and your turn.
But then he died.
After you attacked him, yes.
And you actually have to hit him.
Yeah. Take it out, put it on your blade. I'm now ready to attack.
What if I just throw it in his eyes? Or
Let's come to that when it's
or
your
shove
turn.
it down his mouth or
Let's
something.
cross that
Shove it
bridge.
down his
We'll
nose.
burn that bridge when we get there.
Let's cross that unsteady bridge.
Yeah, okay.
One,
so
one.
he misses cleanly.
I'm
I'm
just
just
short.
gonna-
He's swoops over his head.
My hair. Hey!
All right.
Got a free haircut.
This fella climbs out the window.
Oh, there's another one.
He came out the window?
I could have went in the window,
Absolutely.
There's 2 of them?
and now they're behind me. Oh no.
Yeah, your position's looking great, Lane.
Where am I? Oh, I'm in the rocks.
Is that a
Okay, you
pie?
can see inside.
Or a dead body.
It's blood.
I thought that was a pie.
It looks like a lobster.
It's blood. On a counter.
On a carpet.
Oh, I thought it was pizza.
I thought it was pie on a counter.
Blood on a carpet, guys.
Wow. Okay.
Good morning.
You're very good at art. Yes.
Did you draw this?
Yes.
Wow. That's really good.
Okay.
On a computer.
Yeah. On the
I know,
computer.
but still, that's super good.
Okay. Except for the pie part. On a computer. It's like you draft by hand, buddy.
No.
Okay.
Computer.
Okay. So that was. So yeah. So he comes out the window. That will be his action. Yeah. So that is me. What do you guys want to do?
Well, I mean, I go next.
I'll head to the guy that's... Oh, wait. Who's going first here?
I'm done. So it's whoever's first on your
That's
turn.
them.
I'll take your 2, which is held, by the way.
Oh yeah.
I
That
go
was used.
That's you,
Okay,
man.
Ready?
well, I'm gonna turn around swiftly and hit the guy behind me.
All right.
Because, I mean,
Yeah, you got it. I know.
yeah.
Leave the goblin to his fate, man. Probably
Well,
more
I
where
mean-
he came from.
I mean, the goblin can use a smoke bomb if he wants, can he not?
Maybe.
Yeah, it used to take a whole turn to get it.
Wait, so in my bag of many things.
Now your turn. Okay, go for it.
Well, now I feel bad.
That's fine. I'm quick and short.
Okay, well, let's hit that dude. Hit that thing with my dagger.
Yeah, do it.
So, do I get any...
Strength.
Strength is 4.
Okay. Plus your melee skill.
My melee is 1.
Okay. And plus 1 for your knife.
Another color? Oh, okay.
Do it.
Okay, I got 1 hit.
Okay.
And can I push?
You can absolutely push.
I'm gonna push.
Yeah,
Okay.
right.
Because I didn't get any 1s, so...
Good stuff.
Okay, and I got nothing.
Okay.
You got a 1 though.
I got 1/1.
On which? On
My attribute.
Okay, so fair enough. Your strength will drop by 1. And you stab this guy. Okay, it's a glancing blow. He is wearing armor, so I'm going to roll for that. It does not protect him. Okay. Who's next?
Me.
I'll take your
No, yeah, you. Sorry.
What is a glancing blow?
Not a strong blow.
It's like
you,
a cut.
You cut him, but you don't hit him stoutly.
How rude.
Would it take like a whole turn to get over to Lane and...
I'm afraid so, yeah.
Okay, I'll just do that then.
Okay.
That's what I'm gonna do too.
Come to help,
If you have a
boys!
bow.
Yeah, but I'm gonna come over still.
Okay. Leanna.
I'm gonna go over there too.
Okay, you can shoot from here.
I'm gonna shoot.
Oh, right.
But is there like a thing where you can hit your own people?
There isn't. Oh, yes, there is.
Shoot
Actually,
the
it's
guy
got
that's
Do not
one.
hit me, please.
Shoot the guy that's running.
No, if she hits anyone, it'll be Brandon.
I was
Yeah,
thinking
okay.
about the guy over there.
So here's the challenge.
Okay.
What happens is I take dice away for range, so it makes it harder. You don't have any marksmanship skill. So you would roll, what's your agility? 3. You'd roll 3 dice minus 2. You'd be rolling 1 dice to hit.
Yeah, I can do it.
From here. So I'm just saying if you shot from here.
Or just move forward.
Let's move forward. with the
All
rest of them.
Do you only have a bow?
Yeah.
I only have nothing.
Well, I guess you got your fists.
Well, you weren't expecting trouble. You're going out to Margil's house. How dangerous could it be?
Jeez, Margil, what's going on here?
Is it Margil or Margil?
Margil.
Jeez, Margil.
Meanwhile, your cash is like.
My
Okay, so
cat's
you're
over there.
done.
Yeah.
Okay, you want a smoke bomb.
Actually, can I like flash bomb?
I don't know. I'm actually going to check on the list to see what is here.
Why should it be like...
So remember, it costs you 1 willpower per silver piece of cost.
Okay.
So,
I'm gonna save y'all a bunch of money with my hands. You know,
Bro,
like
I got-
these-
oh, there it is
4
right there.
I
Smoke
can
bomb?
heal people.
How much is it?
3.
I got 4.
Okay.
Smoke bomb. But
Does
that's
that-
gonna like cover everyone.
Since I'm close, would that affect me too, so I can stealthily sneak
Okay.
out?
So, my apologies. You said flash, right? Not smoke?
Yeah, flash bomb.
So, that will be... yes, so for... You can avert your eyes, but for the person who's in the space directly in front of you, they cannot, and for the person who's in the space beyond them, they cannot, although he's facing the other way. Okay, so you're lucky. Okay, you roll 3 dice.
Me?
Yes.
Any? Just.
Any 3 dice, you're looking for a success.
Yep.
Hey,
2
don't-
successes.
Oh, nice. All right. So he is blinded for 2 rounds.
Nice. And so wouldn't he be blinded as well?
Who?
That guy.
No, it only has a range of 2 hexes.
Oh, okay.
But would I be able to...
Oh, wait. No, that's right. Yeah. No. Yeah, so you hit here. He's not blinded because he's facing the other way, but 1 hex, 2 hex. No, it's just the one space.
But would I be able to sneak out in that flash of a light?
You're not affected. You're looking the other way.
I know, but like it's. Oh, I guess it doesn't.
Because that guy in front of you is not affected.
Put a little icon on him that says he's blind. Okay.
Oh.
And I'll take your card. Swamp bomb. It's like, wait, what have I got in here? Oh, right.
Anything.
4. 3.
What me likey?
2.
3.
Ooh.
What you got?
We are Stevie boys.
Wait, does he have?
8.
Is this more than a club?
Clubs last.
What?
Yeah.
No, I thought spades
Spades,
last.
hearts, diamonds, clubs.
Oh.
What?
I thought it was alphabetical.
Reverse alphabetical.
Oh.
That's a club, right?
Diamond.
No, that's a
So
spade.
is
Spade.
spades at the top?
Really? Oh.
Oh.
I go first.
Sivugal.
It was kind of rude. Sorry. Okay, I'll act. Okay, so blind guy in front of you, he is blind. He will attack. However, he gets no skill dice because he is blind. So, he misses thoroughly. Okay, the fellow behind him will attack Lane. Lane, you still have your fast action left. You can parry if you wish. Actually, you can dodge. Your knife is not strong enough to parry.
I'll dodge. I have a lot of.
Move.
Where
So
is
agility plus move?
Margil?
Agility plus move is 7.
Yes. Okay, here we go.
Well, there's still the dead body in the middle
Where
of
is
the yard.
Margil?
There's still a dead body.
Alright, you should go investigate.
Oh no, sorry. Oh yeah.
Okay, let me roll to hit first to see whether or not you need to dodge.
Oh yeah.
You do not.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so he misses pointing. Okay. So you guys kind of exchange blows back and forth. You kind of ducking, weaving, and he does not manage to land a blow on you. The other guy continues his retreat. Now, he doesn't know about the secret path, so he's going to attempt to cross the swamp. So, one moment, please.
Oh. Oh.
My man's gonna get hurt.
Oh, no, 3 5s. Yeah, so, okay, so he makes it.
What?
Okay, what's that? No, what happens is when you step in there, I roll 3 dice. Every 6 is a point of damage.
Oh.
Right?
Oh, okay. That's not that bad.
But he has no.
Well, it could be bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it
All
would
right, so we move on to you guys. It'll be diamonds first.
Okay, so. I mean, I guess I'll go for the guy in front of me still,
Okay.
because he's not gonna die anytime soon.
Okay, do it.
Okay, so I get 3 strength, 1 melee,
Mhm.
and 1 dagger.
Okay.
Look at that. Nothing.
Absolutely nothing. If you push, you will. With the blue on your equipment or your skill roll.
I have 1 on my dagger,
Okay.
and then
So if you push, that 1 will break your knife.
Don't do that. It's a
Yeah,
bad
no.
idea.
no, I can't remember. Yeah, no.
All right, so I'll take your card. What do you have as a pride?
No one has a softer step than me.
That's okay. You can just like.
I'll just like.
Okay.
Stand there softly.
On to you, my friend. Yes.
There's like nothing I can do.
Wait. Because he's blind, could I try and grab his weapon from him?
Absolutely.
What would that need?
That would be melee.
So strength?
That's right. Yeah.
We believe.
2 dice.
I believe in you.
1 success.
1 success. Okay, so he will attempt to resist with just his strength because he's blind.
Negatory.
Oh, he does not.
My weapon now!
No.
Oh.
Hold on. So what happens is you manage to knock it out of his hand. Okay? That's 1 success. An extra success allows you to actually steal the weapon. Okay?
Okay, but he wouldn't be able to find it still.
No, he's blind.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so that was your action. I'll take your card. On 4.
That's me.
1,000 IQ.
What do you want to do?
Can I hit the guy in front of Lane in the head?
Yeah, absolutely. Not only that, because you're behind him, I'm going to give you +2 bonus.
Okay, so
whatever your strength is,
it's 3.
yep. +1 for your staff. Okay, and then take two different. Here's two different cards, two different color ones for +2 bonus.
Okay.
Okay, do it.
One success, 2 ones.
So that's one success. Ones don't count. You can
yeah.
always push if you wish.
I won't push.
Okay.
Good job.
Okay. This guy is definitely looking the worse for wear. He's been stabbed. He's been cracked over the head with a... Oh, he's wearing armor. Sorry.
His armor breaks.
His armor is damaged.
Let's go.
Yeah, so he's been
Disco?
stabbed. He's been cracked over the head with a
Let's go.
Oh,
stick.
Disco.
And his armor is now damaged as well. Okay.
The stick is almighty.
It's the shusher.
That's like from a movie, like someone with a shusher and there's like a ball in the end. Like a shusher stick.
Okay, so that leaves us with
Sorry, you turned to
Leanna.
meatball too.
Yeah.
Taline, what do you do?
Can I chase that guy?
I think.
You absolutely can chase that guy. I would also... Just saying, up to you. But your friends are not out of the woods yet.
Okay, yeah. I'm just like worried about where he's gonna go, but that's all right.
Wow.
Okay, I'm gonna shoot the guy in front of Lane.
What if your cat saw it and just went...
I'm gonna
Love it.
aim for the guy in front of Lane.
All right, sounds good. So that is close. So you need a success on your agility.
Twa. Yes.
All right. So we need to know how much your bow does for damage, right?
Mm-hmm.
Dun, 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 dun.
Feeling blessed.
Dun,
Never
dun,
stressed.
dun, that's all.
Okay.
Jane, if I have a -1, does that mean I should get another one of these things?
Actually, you get your... sorry. You're shooting with your bow.
Then how
You get an
can I
extra 2
-1?
dice for the bow.
Because for the rest of
So
this
roll these.
fight, you are at a -1 for your, what is that, strength?
Nice.
So instead of rolling
Okay,
4
so
dice,
you
roll
have 2
3.
successes.
Because,
If
but
you want to write it down
you
here,
got that because of
your
your
bonus is
No.
+2.
I never picked one up. This is the one I started with.
Okay, damage is 1.
Then yeah, you should.
The range is short. And it is light. Okay, so you hit him. Not only do you hit him, you'll do 1 point of damage plus an extra 1 for the extra success.
Yeah, roll the exact same thing.
Which allows you to make a roll on the critical injuries table. Okay, so do you remember how Lane did that?
Not really.
Okay, so you roll 1 dice, read the number, roll the second dice, read the number, and then you put them together.
Oh, right, okay.
Okay,
I'll roll the 2 6s.
so 24.
Something down back there.
4.
I'm talking.
Ooh, all right. So an arrow deep to the thigh is
Ooh.
now bleeding.
Nice.
It's not fatal,
Ow, that
but
hurts so
he can no longer run. Okay,
bad. Owie.
and none of that, he's out of the action, so we're good. Okay.
Sorry, just a quick thing. Lane didn't get a thingy from. So he has a -1 in his strength, which means that he had a 1 at one point.
Yes.
And he didn't get a willpower.
Thank you. I just realized that now. I'm not very
How
good.
long does the negative for something last?
Sandwich.
After combat, you can heal them. Right. So till the end of combat.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this guy is also downed. The arrow puts him out of action. Nice.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so we're gonna wind up here. This fellow in front of you, do you wish to put him out of his... Okay, so this guy here, he's down, bleeding thigh. He's not dead, but he's out of the fight. This other guy, he's blind, okay, and he's disarmed now, all right, which means that basically you guys can do whatever you want. We're not going to go through conduct for another round. What do you wish to do with him?
Can we steal this stuff?
I
think we
want
should-
to tie them up,
Yeah, we should figure out. We should try to talk to them.
and then I want to like interrogate.
So you want to capture them?
Yes.
All
I
right.
have a question.
Yes,
So the guy that I shot or stabbed in the hand, he dropped his sword. Can I go and pick that up?
absolutely you can.
Oh, Okay.
Don't take my sword. I need the weapon.
I do too. I only have a dagger.
I have nothing.
That's true. I want to go back and pick it up because it was somewhere over in. That
Oh no,
area.
I want the one that I knocked out of his hand.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So you are done, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I also want to loot him.
Yeah.
See if he has any money.
All right. So you did see some rope inside the barn. Okay. So there'd be that if you want to tie him up.
Yeah.
Okay. So you managed to. So you tie up the two of them. The other guy escapes through the water and holding his bleeding hand, runs off into the distance. Okay.
I hope he dies.
What?
Wow.
Maybe my cat will
Yeah,
get him.
I think a cat. Kill him.
Really?
Yeah, probably not.
Do you want to send your cat after him?
I may not come
Sick.
back.
I kind of do. Fan, go.
Fen?
Fan. Hey, Fan.
Sven.
Sven. That's a good name for a
Sven.
cat.
That was the moose in
Frozen.
Frozen.
Froggin.
Froggen?
Okay. So what we're going to do is you guys swiftly search the house. Okay. We're gonna conclude this adventure right here momentarily. So you guys search the house. This is what you find inside. Okay. So when you search the house, okay, the man outside you recognize as Margil's son, Thorn. Okay. The other son is not in evidence. However,
The dead one is his son?
the dead one is his son, and Margil himself lies inside, also dead. There is a sign of a struggle inside. Okay, and not only is there a sign of a struggle inside, there are also two corpses of men who are just very similar to the guys that you found. Okay.
So they obviously fought back.
So they obviously fought back. It looks like maybe they were guests in the house or something, and they suddenly turned on Margil and his son. Okay, Margil the two of them managed to kill two of them before that they were killed themselves, but Margil and Thorn both lie quite dead. Okay,
Who's the body outside?
the body says Thorn.
Oh.
Yeah, his Margil's son. Okay. And what we'll do is I will compile for you before the next game the list of the loot that you find, because I assume you're going to take the sword. There's also a couple of armor shirts and stuff like that you might want.
My pride is chasing gold, so
Okay.
I would be very interested in getting money.
Okay. Now I got a question for you here. So would you loot Margil's house?
Me personally, yeah.
Okay.
So they'll take the negative off of this one.
I'll tell you, we'll do that as well for the next game. Okay, so we're gonna call it there because it's 10, so it's probably enough for one night. So
Keep track of our willpower.
yeah, keep track of your willpower, how much willpower you have, fill in your
One.
experience before. What we will do though before we go is we're going to hand out experience. Okay, experience is how your characters get better, and how we do experience is we ask some questions. Okay. This game is mostly about exploration and sort of increasing your power and knowledge, etc. So a lot of the questions you're going to hear are going to be like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. So first off, everybody gets one experience point just for showing up. Okay? And that's in the little sword there. Okay? Secondly, we asked the question, did you travel through at least one hex? You didn't. Not one hex that was unexplored. So you have not learned anything new about the map. Did you discover a new adventure site? Not this game. Did you defeat one or more monsters?
Yes.
Yes, so that would be experience point.
So how many should we have? 2?
2 so far. Okay. Did you find a treasure? No, not yet. If you do, that'll be for experience points for the next game. Okay. Did you activate your pride?
Yes.
No.
Taking experience points for that.
Yeah, mine tries against demons, so.
It's okay.
Did you suffer from your dark secret?
No.
No.
Wait, will we tell you our dark secret?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
I get to know.
Yeah.
Did you risk your life for another PC?
No.
Okay. And did you perform some sort of extraordinary action of some kind? I'd say smoke bomb is probably an extraordinary action. Yeah, I'll give you a point for that.
Cool.
And then you disarm the guy, so take a point for that.
So just one, though.
Just one, yeah. Okay, yeah, so...
Arrow stabbed.
What's that? Yeah, well, the arrow stab was pretty...
That's normal.
Yeah, I think it's more, but yeah. Okay, so that is it. Yeah, awesome.
Good.
All right, so we're going to sign off, and we'll be back. We'll put it into the schedule for when the next game's going to be, assuming that everybody wants to play again. And so we'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Thanks.